worked out.
Kind of.
Hey, it worked out.
I think we got like 30 seconds of us on there without
Just
the
not doing
standby
anything.
screen.
Hey guys. Sorry, I got to bring the Twitch chat up.
I got a
Yeah,
cool
I'm
little
trying to figure out
figurine
what
on the
this
front of
is
my
all
thing
thing
and stuff. That's pretty sick.
There you go, audio only. Got it. I don't know. Look, you got what is it?
I don't know, but he looks bad. He looks
take it.
bad.
Oh, he's from Skull. He's from the Sea of Thieves.
Oh God, that's me.
Wow.
Wow, you fucking.
Hey, why don't we start over?
Telling me to.
Hey, God
welcome to the Casual
dang
Misfits
it.
Gaming Podcast, where we don't silence our phones first.
Yeah, I guess not.
This is the video game podcast. Oh, and the chats are saying good morning. Good morning, Elasmo.
Good morning.
morning.
We are live on Twitch currently. If you want to catch this later, you can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, any podcast catcher can find it. Everything at Casual Misfits Gaming. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, here on Twitch. Twitter is CMG_Gamecast, though. I am Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. And somebody new in the seat next to us. You know, I usually say "and as always," and I go this way. And No Jinx is always sitting there.
I just want to say that you skipped the episode number 2.
Oh, sorry. Episode number 66.
It's CS.
Oh yes. Man, we have just been away. Oh God. Okay.
Thanks for the resub, No Jeans. Next to us, we have a special guest, host, person, commentator. I don't know. We'll call him
Whatever you wanna
commentator.
be.
And as always,
And as always,
Yeah.
his name is.
hi, I'm Michael Walquist, and my gamer tag is Siri Knight.
We
Happy
like to
be
call
here.
him Sir Cries a lot.
Yep.
Aw.
Yep.
So,
Hey, I'm not even mad about that. We'll stick with that. I'm okay with that.
and on the far end,
Oh, hi, I'm Robert, also known as Rob Dog, 1991.
Rob, 1991.
Oh, I love it. I love it now. Now it's getting me
So
excited.
much better than Sir Cries a lot.
Shut up! You don't know.
Hey,
You don't know me.
Michael, you could always be.
That's true. That is true. On the production side, we have
Xlorian.
Chris Xlorian.
Chris.
Yeah, that guy.
I host Mod Monday.
Elasno wants to know why No Jeans is not there.
That's a good question.
Because he's not committed.
He's always with us.
If I were to guess, it's because he doesn't care, right, guys?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You
I
might need to
actually
lower
got
your
a
mic, by the way. It's like in your forehead.
You're saying a lot. I got a pretty big forehead.
I got a text from him this morning saying
just
he
at
just
an
didn't
angle.
care. He just didn't
He
want to
just-
be
yeah,
here.
so
Yeah,
that
he was
makes-
just like,
that
I
makes
got
a
better
lot of
things to do with
sense.
my time than be here.
I
so.
get it. I get
He's
it.
trying to defend himself in the chat right now.
Wait,
So,
why haven't my chat is not working? I hate
well,
this.
fix
Don't
it
worry,
all.
boo. I'll pick up your slack. I got you, bro.
Anyways, this is a video game podcast. We talk all things video games, old, current, future.
I thought this was the Publishers Clearinghouse show. God damn it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the wrong building.
It is. Just keep spinning to win, and you might get something $5,000 for the rest of your life per month.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it
We like
really
to start-
does. It really
That's a good amount of
does.
money.
Publisher Clearinghouse.
Yeah, it really does.
I gotta
Just
work
kidding.
it off.
We have no monies for you because we don't even have monies for ourselves.
I don't even have money for
Can I
myself.
have some more?
Please, sir, I want some more.
That's how
Hey.
this goes.
It's getting off the rails fast.
Zonner says, "Where are the legs on my drums?" Why are you worried about that?
Yeah, the air drums.
Do you want that like way up here and blocking? Okay, actually, you probably would want it blocking Michael's face.
that
Never
was-
How am I
mind.
supposed
was
to
a
strap
subtle
those
way.
on?
Should have kept the legs on.
That was a
Well,
subtle
now
way
I
to
can
say he
strap
doesn't
them
want
on
to
and
see
take
my
him to a
face.
festival and just you know. Sweet.
Anyways, we talk all things video games, and it is live, so you can, as you've seen, chime in at any point in the chat. If you want to chime in
Now?
to a future chat and ask us questions, you can comment on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page,
future
whatever. A future,
Man,
you know.
we're looking ahead. The future chat.
Anyways, we'd like to start off with very quickly how our weeks have been and what games we've been playing. So we'll start with Robert.
Oh man, I like it.
Oh,
Random.
man.
I got first. Okay. What have I been playing? I beat Detroit Become Human. That was fun.
Nice. How'd you like it?
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. It's like playing a movie. It's one of the very first like PS exclusive games that I actually like could not put down. Like the other games I play for a long time, then I'll get bored. I still haven't beaten Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Still haven't beaten it for some reason.
Hey, quick question. What's that one PlayStation exclusive game?
Yeah,
that you never got around to beating?
yeah.
It was like
It's the last of
the
something.
the
What's so
last
funny?
of Wii.
The
or
last
something.
Mohican.
The last of
I was literally thinking it in my head, and I was like, I really want to bring it up, but I don't think I'm going to. I was thinking it, though.
All right, so Detroit Become Human.
Super fun. I played the whole game kind of like doing whatever I thought was right. Made a lot of shit decisions.
Yeah.
Killed a lot of people. Felt really bad about it. Decided to play the whole game.
Accidentally or
like I didn't want them to die, but I made a choice
You
that
just tell the
ended up
truth.
in them dying. And then I was like, oh god, and everybody hated me, and it was super fun. But then I played again, all the way over. I started like 10 minutes later. I started the whole game over, and I started playing like assholes.
So you're
Complete
playing as
asshole.
yourself now.
Yes, the way I usually am in games. Like you're running around, and the guy's like, "Let me help you." You shoot him in the head, keep going. You know that kind of thing. So. Like, I play the whole game as an a-hole. You do the first mission where you're trying to save a little girl.
You're bleeding.
Like, the first mission, you're trying to save a little girl from being, like, killed by a defective android. And I walk
Yeah.
up, and he's like, do you have a gun? I'm like, I ain't got a gun. He's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, good job. I shot him in the head. I'm like, damn. Like,
You are a perceptive one.
But you saved the little
I
girl.
saved the little
See?
girl, yeah,
See?
I saved
This
the
is
little
silver
girl
lining. You
with-
saved the little girl.
with minimal effort, and I got everything out of it. And then like the next mission I had to like protect I was a different character. You have to protect a little girl, trying to find a place to stay for the night. I go and I rob a 7-Eleven at gunpoint, get enough money for a nice motel room, and yeah, it's working out great so far.
Did you say a nice motel room? Those
Oh,
two don't
it's
go
a lot
together.
nicer than the alternative. The alternative is a rundown shack that you break into and find a crazy android that's trying to feed you raccoon.
So a motel room?
Yeah, motel room's a little better.
No one
I'm
rolls
pretty
up
sure
to a
every
Motel
time I've
6.
gone to a
Yeah.
Motel 6, there's a crazy android trying to kill me in
Yeah.
my room.
No, I mean the alternative is a different house.
I
that
thought
has
it was-
a cra- come
oh.
on.
Nobody goes to a Motel 6 and says, "Oh, this is really nice."
Well,
Jeez,
they would
man.
if they're on the land. God damn.
This is great cardboard beds.
This one only has 3 springs that are sticking into
I
my
thought
butt
it
when I
was
bounce
fun.
on it.
Gosh. Well, I played Anthem at the beginning of the week. Played some Apex Legends, which we'll talk about later. I'm
Yes,
sure.
we will.
And some Smite. Like that's my go-to. But yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Thanks for the resub, last no.
I am not getting any notification updates.
Well,
If it makes you feel better, neither am I.
Well, you don't have your phone.
I mean, I have it.
It's
But
your own phone.
Yeah, fuck. you,
Zoner
Michael.
wants to know what about the twist at the end, Rob Dog?
Oh, okay. So
Without
that's-
giving spoilers,
Yeah, no
was it-
spoilers.
did you enjoy it?
I want Zoner to answer something for me. Is the twist always the same twist? Because
Probably not.
I think it's probably a little bit different. Because I got to the end, and
Be as vague as possible to let him know that.
It was a good twist. It wasn't a twist that I didn't see coming, because it was always a possibility.
So it's
but
more like a bend than a
Jesus was
twist.
resurrected?
It was a good bend though, like to the point where it was like, damn, how's this gonna go down? So it's pretty good. And I'm thinking if it's the twist I'm thinking of, it's probably gonna happen in every single game, regardless of how you play it. But yeah,
Okay.
it was a pretty good twist.
All right. Michael.
Yeah.
Hold on, actually, before we get to you had your hand up.
Yeah, he did,
Chris.
yeah.
What's up?
Never mind, figured it out.
Didn't want to talk to you anyways.
There you go then. Yeah.
Michael, go ahead. What games
Shut
have you
up.
been playing?
Pretty much the only ones I've been playing this week. Well, I played the Anthem. Demo, and that was super fun. And
Debo?
like it,
Man, I like Debos.
Debo.
Debo.
And I'm sure, like you said, we'll get into that a little bit more. But that was super fun. Same thing. Apex. Been playing the bejeebas out of that.
Apex Debo.
Scared the bejesus
And
out of me.
as always, Heroes.
You and Cameron don't know how to let a game go.
even the production
production
company
was
gave up on
Yeah.
that.
Like,
Even
like,
they
hey,
were like,
no more
yeah.
tournaments, but Michael's like, well, I gotta prep for the next one.
Well, I've been going back and forth between Heroes and Overwatch, but yeah, it's so.
you
But
should,
yep,
you should
those,
be playing Smite. Anyways,
yeah. I mean, I enjoy playing Smite and everything and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
I
but-
mostly I play with you guys.
It's
so
so
and
salty.
since we
because
haven't
you got to convince Cameron
reason I
for
wanna
6
do it.
months to play a game. That's why.
without putting the poor guy out on blast. Like I wasn't gonna do it, but if
I
you're
will.
gonna,
I don't
So
mind.
when did he start playing Anthem? The end of January. So by July.
oh,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
By
yeah.
July. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, he was not on board with it in the very
Not at
beginning,
first, yeah,
but
no.
yeah, after he did the first strike,
After he did
was,
the first strike, yeah.
yeah. After he did the first strike, he was all about it.
He's like, okay, that was fun.
It was
He
like,
was,
That's his glowing endorsement. Whenever he says, okay, that was pretty fun, we know
Oh, yeah,
he liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with movies too. Like every time he goes to a movie, he's like, "Yeah, it was all right." That means
Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
and you have
It's
to
either,
go see it.
It's either sucked or it was all right.
he's the
And
kind
then
of
we know,
guy-
yeah.
Like I feel like if he'd talk about a movie like Inception, he'd be like, I don't know, I just didn't get it. Like really, man? Like come on,
So welcome to the podcast where we bash on Cameron. Jesus.
Cameron, we love you, but I doubt you're watching anyway, so it's okay.
All right. Last no is she's adding No Jeans. She added him. She was like, at No Jeans, I'm now subscribed for 19 months in a row. So he called her out for not
Wow.
resubbing. And she's like, boom.
Boom.
19 months.
Yeah.
man, it was almost
it
like this
been
was
that
19
long?
months ago.
I don't
That's-
know.
it's-
Holy crap!
I don't
Okay,
know.
19 months.
Nobody keeps track of this.
Well, I know
stuff.
you've been on.
does.
I know
She-
you've been
they
on
do,
for at
apparently.
least for more than a year because
Yeah.
you guys had your little
I mean,
anniversary
19
thing,
months
and
is
then
at least more than a year.
yeah,
Little anniversary. Thanks, bro.
So, all right, you know, whatever.
Anyways, games I've been playing. Anthem.
I don't know if we asked him that.
No, I
And
don't
nope.
think anybody did.
Nope.
Yeah.
I was just going right
Just-
past it. Anthem, Apex, and I can't talk about those because we're gonna.
gonna
I'm
talk
playing.
about those.
Oh, you know what I did play? I
What?
can talk about
What?
Mario Party, the new Mario Party.
Oh, you finally played it?
I have it. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you think?
It's fun. It's like every Mario Party.
Okay.
It's you fun mini games and everything.
Yeah.
That computer freaking cheats, dude. you know. So and you can only use Joy-Cons to play. So we only had so many Joy-Cons, so we had to fill the other players with NPCs.
Now I have chat.
And the computers. Oh, hey, look, guys, I'm on Dance on Set. So
God, come on, you fucking amateur. We gave him shit for it.
watch your mouth, kid.
Stop cursing. This is a family
It's
show.
a family show.
It's always good when somebody else gets blamed for cursing instead of me.
Anyways, we played 2 different games in a row with Waluigi and
added.
Peach.
Waluigi's
And,
the worst.
okay, I was gonna say, is Waluigi the worst? Because
He's
honestly,
bad.
you can't beat him.
He hits every roll he
Every
wants.
roll he wants.
Every mini game, he's in the right spot. Like
Every roll he freaking hits, and now he's got an ally. So he's got an extra dice roll, and then he goes and he hits a second ally, like in a row. So the entire game he's playing where he can move like 20 spaces at a time. The entire time he goes.
I mean,
Okay.
you should have gone into it. You know Waluigi's a cheater anyway,
Oh, yeah,
so
it's-
you should have just gone
But
into
they
it knowing
tell you
it.
what-
I mean,
yeah, he is absolutely the worst, most cheating NPC in that game.
And then you
like,
get to like round 8, and they're like, "Let's see who's gonna win." And the little guy's like, "I think Waluigi might win."
And he has
but
no-
I'm gonna give him everything. And it's
and,
like,
he,
why?
and he has no stars at that point.
Yeah, and then he just,
you'll
like,
have like 2. All of a
2
sudden he goes,
turns, and he's like,
"Brink, I got 3 stars. I'm like, how did you even
He's like, well, I
possibly?
used the star times 2, and then
Yeah.
I stole your star. Now what?
And then you go to, and then you go to the bonus star at the end, and he's like, I go, okay, maybe I'll catch up here. Nope, he gets all of those too, and you're like, how- So
Wow.
he beats you by at least 3 stars every freaking time, and even Jude's like, how are we
sucks,
supposed
Dad.
to beat him?
it's not like a setting thing or anything.
No.
Like, is it?
Oh,
like,
no.
it's just.
we were playing on the easy level.
Oh no!
So here's something that's gonna make the game even more salty for you. When you have 4 people playing, you have to try partner mode. So the original game, when you play like the normal game boards, right? You can run up to a star. You can overshoot a star and still get the star as long as you go the route to the star.
Yeah, that's how you can do this
In
one.
partner play, you have to land exactly on the star, and whatever you roll isn't what you rolled. It takes your dice and your partner's dice, adds them together,
Oh,
and then
wow.
you have to figure out a strategic way to land right on the star to claim that star.
Oh wow!
The game becomes really cutthroat. at
That
that
would
point.
be really hard.
And
Because
then
like,
you jump over your opponents, who are also your friends, because you're playing, and you steal
Yeah.
their coins every time you jump over them. And it's like, this is insane.
so this is called partner play?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, I've
Partner
played that.
play.
That's a-
You
that
have
sounds
to unlock
awesome.
it, but it's really sick. And you
All
only
right.
do partner mini games, which is kind of fun too. But
That sounds like how you. Tell
Last
someone
note
you
says
want a
the new
divorce.
badges
Well
are
done.
great. What are the
What
what are the new
badges?
badges? No, Jeans, tell
For,
us. Show us.
show us
It's
in the
for-
chat.
You see the subscribers? They have the little CMG badge next to their name.
Oh, that's cool.
Those guys are pretty cool. Thanks, guys.
Alright,
Did we do a Mod
good.
Monday this week?
No, we didn't do a Mod Monday
Or game night. So
Yeah.
we can just move on.
We've been
to,
away from stuff.
Yeah, we'll wait for there's a little gnat in here. We can move on to this week
nice.
in
Cool.
gaming news, or as
Excellent.
we like to
Twiggin'.
call it, Twiggin'.
X-Lorian didn't play anything.
Yeah, I was gonna
Fuck
say, did
you
you want
We
to?
always skip. Don't worry about it.
X-Lord and I always play something.
He played a lot of
I
something.
think there was some
Rainbow
Overwatch,
Six.
some Rainbow Six,
Yeah.
probably some Smite, probably a little bit of a, the Legends.
Minesweeper and
Minesweeper.
Get down some Minesweeper.
Heck
I think
yeah,
we
man.
nailed it because he's not fighting us on.
Oh well, you're not wrong.
I didn't play Overwatch.
I saw you on PlayStation playing Overwatch. Don't lie to me.
It's a screenshot.
He just had it ready.
I'm watching The Office, and up comes X-Lorian playing Overwatch. I'm like, all right,
I might have opened it to get the loot box.
played it, man. You got the loot box.
Nobody just
I opened
opens
those-
the game
those
just
loot
to get the
boxes
loot box.
for
You gotta
4
play at
hours.
least one game, you know?
Anyways.
Right?
I only play.
No. Dang it.
Anyways. Twiggin.
Twiggin.
This week in gaming news. It's our first podcast of the month,
How is
right?
it always like? I feel like I come to podcasts, and I've been missing a couple lately, honestly. But I always seem to come on the first podcast of the month every single
Because
time.
you missed the other 3.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's a travesty.
At least you're consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently here at the first of the month.
Beginning of the month, we like to let you know what games you'll be getting with PlayStation Plus, Xbox or Xbox Live Gold, games with Gold, and we assume you want to know this
Jesus,
because
Rob.
if you're a gamer, you have one of these things. If you don't, let us know you want it. Are we doing Xbox right now or
No,
PlayStation?
PS
What's
Plus.
that? Okay,
PS Plus, like you said.
PS
first.
Plus.
What game did
For
we play?
Honor.
Wait, before we get into that,
What?
the first thing that was in this video
I didn't see it.
was that game that we played last game night that was super, super fun. The Steep.
We didn't.
Oh, you didn't play? You missed out
Yeah, I
on the
missed
best
it.
time.
Yeah, I missed
Oh
it.
my God, me, Chris, and Ate had such a good time on
That's
Steep,
not
man.
true.
But Steep is the last month's.
I had fun.
Hey, Steep is last month's.
I don't care. It's still on there.
Why
See?
is it on there?
I don't know. It's on there.
Did you get the wrong
I
video?
thought I got the right one.
You got the wrong video.
Maybe I got the wrong one. Sorry, guys. How about you tell them what's on the right
You
one this
son
month?
of a. All right.
Steep was pretty fun, though.
Never trust never trust a Rob dog with anything. Anyways,
Yeah, what, F up, 19
So
months?
you never
Ah,
you never
whatever.
you never gonna live it down, man.
with PlayStation Plus, you get For
Damn,
Honor,
even
the
the
game that
last
is
no
still
Call of Duty
somehow
game,
going.
Rob Dog.
And I don't know why he's still going when I'm talking,
Is it
but
60 or 30 now?
I don't know how much that
Whatever.
costs.
But it's still going, even though it had
That
all kinds
game's
of
still
issues.
going. Yeah, it had issues in the beginning, and they're still putting out new characters and new modes. And what, 2 years later?
Steep's better.
So you can get For Honor. If
Three.
you've never played
3
For
years.
Honor, then you can
You can play for free.
go try it.
It
Uh,
had issues, but it was
was
fun as heck, dude. That was a great game.
Also, you can go play Hitman: The Complete First Season.
Ooh.
It's changed, man.
But that's
It's
not
changed.
that's not bad, though.
That's pretty good.
So far, it was 2 good games.
It
yeah,
also
for sure.
includes Dive Kick, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Now, I know what dive kick is, but it's probably not what I'm thinking. Go outside, just dive kick something.
I don't know if you would put the right videos
Can I
up.
just play it that way? Like, just-
If you put the
I
right
know.
videos up, we could probably see what
I
it's
know what
about.
that-
Oh man,
Yeah.
calling you out
I
again.
know what this game is. I know what Dive
What
Kick
is it? Tell us.
It's a fighting game, but you only have 1 HP.
Wait, what?
Oh,
And
so
your
it's
only
sudden death?
ability, Your only ability is to do flying fucking dive kicks across the screen.
Oh
Okay,
my
that's kinda-
gosh!
You get to
oh
sweep the
my
leg all
god,
day.
that is fantastic.
Angry Joe Soldier says Hero.
Hello.
And
you can't
Grand
say
Lovers put something. I can't see.
It's
it.
an obtuse triangle.
It's an obtuse
Dude, that's
triangle.
pretty obtuse of me.
Zonner says Dive Kick is awesome.
I always, leave it to Zonner to play these random little games you've never heard of. He always plays them. He
That
always
sounds fun as heck,
He's like,
though.
man, I put like 3 weeks into that. It's been out for a week. I don't know how he does
How
it.
did you do that?
How do you find time for all these little games?
It's pretty amazing.
That was good for him, though. He always blows my mind with that one. Okay, what else? Is that it? Dive kick? and-
No. Xbox Live
we're
Gold
moving on.
members
We're moving on.
will receive Bloodstained.
This one's right. This video is right, by the way.
Are you positive? We'll see. Curse of the Moon.
February. February. See,
Oh,
February.
there we
Unless it's
go.
Well
2018,
done,
in
well
which
done.
case-
Oh, this one's right because it's
Okay.
got
So you're
also
1-1 for the day.
There we go.
Super Bomberman R. And
Is it a pirate version?
I'm just what I'm guessing. But they put an R at the end, so you have to assume it's pirates.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. Yep.
You also get Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Thanks, Robert, for jumping in on that one.
This is actually cool. You can download Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
That's
as
really
well.
sick. That's a fun game.
Dude, that game
Yeah.
was so much fun.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Is
So-
is that where I get trained by Master Skywalker and I don't know how the story ends yet?
I think
Cricket,
that's the next
cricket.
one, because I think after the first one, you go
cricket.
back.
How do you not have a cricket sound drop, man?
I would need one. For every time Chris tells a joke,
But
we
there
need a
is
cricket
a point
sound
where
drop.
you do get trained by Skywalker. I forgot what game that is, but it's one of those Jedi Academy games. He wasn't lying.
Anyways, Xbox Game Pass?
Again, we just went.
No, we went live.
You did
We don't have
live.
Game
Now you gotta
Pass,
get.
remember?
Yes,
Well,
we
just-
do.
we just flew through. Is that it for Xbox?
That was
Gold?
it.
That's it.
That was it.
That was it.
I just told
Can
you
we
all
talk
everything.
about why Bomberman needs to jump on the pirate thing? Like,
They
there's
should.
enough pirate games. Bomberman doesn't need to be one of them.
It's not actually a pirate game.
It better not be.
No,
I was
we
joking.
were just making a
It's
joke,
pirate-
Robert.
Even
Come on now.
Assassin's Creed-
Come on
It's just
now, Robert.
Bomberman R,
Even
bro.
Assassin's Creed has bomber freaking crap. Like, it doesn't need it.
Let's try to focus, shall we?
All right, Game
All right.
Pass.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is now free for you to play with Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is the $10 a month subscription where you get
So it's
a
not
plethora of
Free.
games.
It's not free.
Well, it's included, I guess we could say. It's included in your subscription. You also get The Walking Dead. I don't know what season that is, but it's Walking Dead.
We
Don't-
talk about how I hate that
don't
games come in
you-
seasons.
Oh,
I thought you were
Walking
gonna talk
Dead,
crap
the
on
complete
Walking Dead. I was
first
like,
season.
don't you
I
dare.
like the game, but, like, why does it
Walking
gotta be a
Dead, the
season?
complete first season, and Pumped BMX Pro. More like Pumped BMX Bro.
Really?
So dumb.
Nice.
Don't play those games.
No, I was Brandon's like in the chat, like, hey, hey, that's the best game ever.
You also get The Blob. And, ooh, this is good. Batman Return to Arkham. That's the remastered Arkham series,
Nice.
which is cool.
Matt's
Actually,
always,
it's
Matt's
it's
always jumping onto the Batman
Arkham
Arkham
Asylum
Hey,
series.
those
and
games-
Arkham,
those games were
and Arkham
great.
City.
I'm not even a Batman guy, but those games were great.
So
Zon-
Zonner made a good
Zonner's
point.
got a point.
Yeah, I was about to say
Damn
that.
it.
If you're gonna show Game Pass, shouldn't you also show PS Now?
Look it up.
Thanks,
Rob
Honor.
Dog.
Now we got another thing to add.
Rob Dog, look it up.
There's
right
I'm
now.
not doing it right
You
now.
gotta do
Nobody's using it, so it's not worth it.
Zonner might be. Zonner's the one guy. He's like,
Donner's the
come
guy
on,
that
every
said
week.
it doesn't work.
I use it.
Okay, you and Zon are the two
You and
people
Zon are can play
in the
together,
world
have fun.
using it. You guys can go play whatever. What?
Well, that's a thing. It's micro jeans in the middle.
Yeah, Jesus.
Can we just call him Maybe Jeans?
Baby jeans.
Wow.
Also, Crackdown 3 comes out February 15th, and it will be available on Xbox Game Pass.
Wait, is that the new Crackdown? I'm
Yes.
lost.
I'm lost. Is it the Terry Crews crackdown?
Yeah.
It's TC
Yeah.
crackdown.
It's Crackdown 3, right?
It's
That's
TC
the new one.
crackdown, right? Okay.
I don't remember
Cool.
because this game's
Sorry.
been in development for so damn long.
I've been waiting for Terry Crews for 5 years. I don't want to wait anymore.
That's true. All right, so those are your games. Those are your Xbox.
If he doesn't have like
Gold.
a chest bump emote, I'm gonna be pissed.
Actually, I will be too.
Like, what have you been doing for 5 years? You programmed that? Come on.
I just want him to come yelling into the room, just, doing the whole chest flex, yelling, power!
So we talked about games we played, and we didn't go into depth. But we did play Apex Legends this week. It was, it dropped, kind of a surprise drop.
Oh, why is that?
What video are you showing?
That's Apex.
It decided to throw itself in front of us, but it's okay. I'll fix that.
All right. Maybe they like that better. They don't want to see us.
They like us.
Anyways,
Can we just put it over Michael?
Dang, man.
think I
All
can do
kinds
that.
of shade, dude.
all right. Apex Legend is EA's. They're trying to basically battle Fortnite now. They said, "We see you, Epic. We're coming for you." And they got the makers of Titanfall and Titanfall 2, Respawn, to make this game. It's a battle royale, and it's kind of a mix between Fortnite and Overwatch. You've got
What do you mean Fortnite? There's no...
It's cartoony.
it's
to an extent.
cartoony,
Yeah,
and
it's
the,
got-
and
it's
the,
got
the
kind of that.
mechanics are kind of the same, and how the guns work and everything. It
Think-
feels the same.
I thought you
Well,
were talking about
I feel like they're a
building.
little bit better too.
No, there's
No,
no, building,
game
but
mechanics.
it's got the same
It
kind
has
of
more
Fortnite
futuristic
feel.
weapons. So let's
Yes.
be real, which
yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, it's not like there's not like that bullet drop, or you can drop somebody from pretty far away.
You're shooting like laser bullets. They
yeah,
don't drop.
lasers.
Yeah,
So it's
after.
PUBG and Call of Duty then. Okay.
No, because
No.
it's not realistic.
Yeah, no,
PUBG
no,
is
no.
realistic.
Yeah.
That's why I said Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because
However,
Fortnite's
it does
unrealistic
have the
mechanics.
sliding function of Call of Duty. That's
Okay,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
taking
about it,
PUBG
yeah.
out of the equation.
Hey,
Yeah.
it started on Titanfall. Get
All
your
right.
shit straight, Rob Dog.
Well, I'm trying to make it.
Anyways.
it's fine. But Apex is fun.
It's fun. You've got abilities in it. You can
Classes.
you can do like you have your normal ability, which depending on what I like to use this character named Wraith. She can go stealth and not take damage for like 3 seconds, and you can just run and get behind somebody. And then you have an ult where you can, so just like Overwatch, you have an ult and you can do some sort of, like with her, it's a teleportation thing. You use Mirage. What does he do?
Yeah, Mirage is probably my favorite at the moment. He can send out a duplicate, a clone of himself, basically.
Decoy.
A decoy, if you
Decoy, I
will.
believe.
If you will.
And then he also has a passive ability where if he gets downed, he leaves a decoy and goes stealth for a little bit. And then his ultimate is he sends out a team of decoys.
Wait. If he's down,
If
he
he's
just sends
down-
out a decoy and keeps running.
So what happens is if he gets downed, his decoy stands up and does like a little animation of like, oh, I've been shot, and meanwhile you're stealthing and you're crawling away,
Oh, that's so
so you
sick.
can get behind cover temporarily or something like that, and then people still think that you're up because your guy's falling down, so they're sitting there shooting you. So it gives you a few moments to
That's
kind
pretty
of
cool.
get away. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty
Okay.
it's pretty sick.
Just
And then
fall
his
off a cliff. Like,
his
oh.
ultimate is he sends out a team of decoys basically,
What?
and you go stealth as well
Is it
during
your
that time
team
frame.
or just two more
No,
people
it's just
that-
like it's like 6 of your own
Oh my
guys that
God,
are all
that's still
standing
intense.
that are standing there, and they all kind of like stand there for a few minutes, and then you go stealth and you can go run around, flank people and stuff.
Yeah, if
so
I played the game for the first time and fought someone like that, I'd just be trying to shoot all the decoys.
yeah, it's
But he multiplied!
yeah,
Ah!
it messes. I have a feeling once the game's been out for a while, people start catching on, but it messes
Yeah.
people up bad in the beginning. So because as of right now, he is Mirage and Castic are both unlockable characters, so you have to spend coin to unlock them.
What does the robot do?
The robot has the ability to grapple. He has
Oh,
he
that's
has
what
he
that
has
is.
his own
Okay,
grapple gun
okay,
where he
yeah.
can shoot out a grapple gun, and then so he has an individual one, and then he has his ultimate is he can shoot a long grapple
So that's
like
the zip line,
the
right?
zip line like across the map, and your guy can and your whole team can use
That's
that
such
one.
an
So
odd ultimate. Like it's definitely useful.
It's
but, like,
super
It's
useful.
a getaway, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a getaway,
it's
get to
super
the
But it's like
circle.
there's
Or-
certain scenarios where it's going to be way more useful than
It's
others.
also super useful at the end game when you're in the circle and you're trying to reposition and things like
Yeah.
that.
Ooh.
And then his passive basically is he has the ability to go to a beacon and it will highlight where the next circle is going to be on your mini map for your team to see. So
Oh,
you
that's
can
so cool.
start strategizing ahead of time and stuff.
Chris, thank you for raising your hand this time.
Can I impale someone with a grappling hook?
Yes, you can.
Oh!
yeah,
The
you, yeah,
ultimate?
yeah.
Like
you can
grapples them
shoot
towards
the
you.
grapple
It's like,
hook at them and then pull them in towards you.
No.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
Yeah.
mean the ultimate. Can I hit someone with the ultimate?
I don't know about the ultimate, but I know his regular grapple
Zip
works
line,
that
go
way.
across the map, hit somebody in the head, he gets a kill. It's like, whoa!
Yeah, I don't know about the
Headshot.
ultimate, but I know that his regular grapple, you can grapple people and pull them in and stuff. So
That's so cool.
yeah, it's pretty
Well,
sick.
Oh,
It's pretty popular, not going to lie. In
Yeah.
3 days, they hit 10 million gamers.
well, they surpassed League of Legends with consistent viewers, like on Twitch, even though League of Legends was having a tournament.
wow.
They were
wow.
still higher than them on Twitch. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
That's
wow.
impressive because
Yeah.
League of Legends is like,
Like, yeah, if you
always.
know, it's always at the top of Twitch. Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
high up there.
Well, it's a very appealing game. It's very, it's nice to the eye to watch. And it's fun to watch other people play
We're
as
talking about
well.
Apex
So
Legends now.
Apex Legends, yes.
Absolutely.
Sorry, yeah. It's a very fun game to watch as well. I mean, I find myself occasionally still watching the end games because you have the ability, just like in PUBG, to continue to
spectate,
watch,
yeah.
to spectate.
Yeah.
So I still
Yeah.
find myself watching it because it's fun to watch nonetheless.
Especially when you get killed by someone that's like crazy good. And you're just
Oh,
like,
and that's the
wow.
other thing too. They have finishing moves in this one as well too, which is sick. So you
and
can,
I don't
like-
know how to use them. I
It's just melee. You just go up to them and you just hit the melee button, and they'll do an animation kill. Like the medic hits you with a drumstick, and then like a couple of them come up and use daggers on
Is
you and
it-
stuff. And
Is it like Titanfall where if you get behind someone and you melee, it's an instant kill?
no.
or-
And
Okay.
And that's the other thing people should know is this is basically a spin-off of Titanfall. This is actually the characters supposed to be from Titanfall, and it's in the same world and everything. So
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty sweet.
Super fun, though.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Apex
And-
is actually a faction in the game, and they're like one of the militant like PMCs, and they
Oh.
go for like glory and money.
pretty sweet.
Really,
So, my question is, when I was doing the tutorial, you could pick up any weapon, and I picked up the sniper rifle, and there wasn't a scope. Are there scopes on
Yes.
any weapons in this game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
you can put
It's
scopes on
just
pistols.
it's just like any battle
find
royale
them.
where you have to
Got it.
find
Yeah.
them, you have to put them on and
So I
stuff.
Well,
picked
not
it
like
up, and I'm
any, 'cause
what kind of
Fortnite
Well, not
sniper
like
is
any,
this?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But what's cool about it is it will automatically equip it for you. You don't
Oh.
have to like go
Oh.
in there and
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's so nice.
and same thing as opposed to like PUBG. If you pick up
Yeah.
a weapon, it already has ammo in
Yeah.
it, and so you don't have to keep like
So
every
will
time you drop
will
it.
it
and pick it up.
automatically like decide which gun gets what scope based on like?
You can decide,
It-
but
yeah,
it will
if whatever gun you're on, it will put the scope
Okay,
on it if
okay.
it can, and then you can manually go in and switch it over.
Switch it over.
But
Yeah.
it will always swap it out if it's a better scope for you. If
Yeah.
it's like a better,
If you got a
item.
1 times on your sniper rifle, it'll put the 3 times on.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey man,
yeah.
that's not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's pretty
Nice.
sweet.
It's a lot of fun.
What
It's
the
free
hell
to
is a
play.
one-time scope, by the way?
1X,
1x.
it's just like a red dot.
It's
It's
just
just
red
funny
dot.
to me because when
Yeah.
you say one times,
Yeah.
mathematically I'm like, why don't I just look for myself?
Because it gives you, it's all it is a sight. It's
one dot.
It gives you a red
It's,
dot.
as,
yeah.
as opposed to iron sights, which
Yeah.
are awful. Yeah,
Um,
unless you're no jeans, in which case he loves those
Yeah.
iron
I
sights.
like iron sights too.
Nobody likes iron sights.
Hey, as long, if
You're-
you put
you're
the
lying.
head in between the iron, you can't see the head anymore. It's a headshot.
You're lying yourself.
Shut up. Okay.
No, but it's a lot of fun. It's free to play. You can get it on PC. You can get it on Xbox or PlayStation. And as of right now, it's not crossplay. So,
Yeah.
but maybe
Dude,
that
I'm
will
starting
come.
to feel like that's a damn pipe dream.
Can we-
Every game I want to be crossplay is not crossplay.
Yeah.
Like, why is this never happening?
I mean,
It's
it's
great.
happening with some games, just not the games we want. So,
It's
yes,
only,
Chris.
it's only
Smite's gonna be crossplay.
Yeah, I can't wait to just destroy noobs on the Switch, but that's fine. Just make a new account on PC and just wait to play the Switch.
To be fair,
like, come on.
you'll be destroying most people on most consoles.
No, I still want to do it to Switch players though. I want to see little kids cry. Anyway,
Wow.
They're saying Rob's mic is either off or very soft. The issue is Rob keeps
I don't
backing
talk
away
into
from
it.
his mic.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Stop backing away from the mic.
You guys
Bring it
don't need
towards
to
you.
hear me anyway.
You know it comes towards you, right? You don't have to come up to it.
Whoa!
There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
Whoa! I hope that worked.
This.
Yeah, it peaked
This
the
is what I have to
audio,
deal with,
thank
people.
you.
And at most, they're only like 20-minute games too. So
Oh
it's-
yeah, they're really because it's only like
pretty nice.
60 squads.
60 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
60 people, 30 squads.
Oh, I saw
guess.
that. That
Or
was kind of weird.
20
Only
squads.
60 people.
20
yeah, 20,
squads,
yeah, something. Yeah,
Am I actually working? Yeah, I am.
but yeah, it's
of.
super fun. It's a really cool game.
Does anybody still care about Guitar Hero?
Nope. Moving on.
Exactly.
No. I do. I want to hear about what happens.
What happens? I haven't cared about Guitar Hero since the first one because Rock Band's a better game.
Is this
and that's
what
why we put a Rock Band drum set up here. Because
Good luck
screwed.
trying to switch between the two though, because that's gonna wreck you.
Yeah,
because the delay is different no matter what you do.
Yeah,
So like
well,
if you try to go back and forth, it's like
Guitar Hero's
because
delay
one's
is
good and one's awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that-
Rock
yeah,
Band
is
was
that-
created
yeah,
by
yeah,
musicians.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, we're going to give you actual timing.
Well, I'm sorry, Guitar
And
Hero can't do the same thing.
They can't.
I know, that's the point.
Yeah. Guitar Hero is like, okay, hard just means everything's not actually on beat. We're just putting a bunch of things out there and you just have to hit it.
Hitting
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
freaking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Activision, the publisher of Guitar Hero, voluntarily came out and said they're giving a refund for anybody that bought Guitar Hero Live.
Voluntarily.
They just came out. Hey,
Wow.
Here's your refund. Are we gonna get the game? Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Wow.
anybody who purchased it in 2017 through this year, January 1 of 2019,
Wait, what if I bought it January 2nd?
you're screwed.
You're not getting a
God.
refund, buddy.
Oh no.
That's funny. Holy cow.
Yeah, the game came out in 2015, and the base game only had like 23 games.
Songs.
Or 23 songs.
23 songs,
Yeah,
yeah.
23 songs.
Guitar Hero games.
And their
I know,
big
right?
thing
Well, holy
was
cow.
Guitar Hero TV. This allowed you to like do your own songs and record and do this community thing, and everybody's really stoked about it. And that had like over 200 songs, and it went for about 3 years. And the reason they're giving they're issuing this for anybody that bought it from 2017 to the end of 2018, basically, is because they canceled the service.
So you just can't play it anymore. So it's like
No, they canceled the Guitar Hero TV. They drop support for it, but we're still selling the game, so people are buying this game.
and then not.
Reading says it can do
under
this
the
and all-
pretense of
yeah.
being able to do it, and now
And they
can't.
jump on and they're like, "Oh, I just have 23
It's like server not
songs,
found.
Yeah.
not 223 songs."
Oh, yeah. That's worthy of a refund.
Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, incredibly hard to find a picture of this for some reason. Like this game was not. No one had a real following for it.
No,
Like it took me a good 20 minutes to find a decent picture.
It's a pretty nice picture you got up there, though, on the left hand side.
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
show that one.
our mom saw our.
feel like I
Do you
got
have
in the
do you have
middle
like
of
a
some
do you have like a
jeans.
flashback like drop or something, like rewind, like
Mind you, we've always loved the rock bandish games. Anything where we can get together and play. We played days upon days.
I'm heartbroken that I'm not in this picture. This bugs me. Like
I don't think
I'm-
you're here for this time.
No, I
So,
wasn't,
just
but
show
I was
you
there
that
for
we've been
every
playing
other
this for
time.
forever.
This is before Aki
This
stopped
is
wearing
back
jeans.
on like Rock Band 1, I think. And Michael, you're in the way because I'm down there. This is me and No Jeans Beardless. You got to go.
Is that a
go
soul
that way.
patch on No Jeans?
No,
Sorry,
no,
other
this-
way. I lied.
That way.
Go this way.
Yeah, that's a
So there's-
soul patch.
Oh,
Look
I
at
see. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, what'd you knock over?
I mean, we loved the Rock Band series. Never a big fan of Guitar Hero, but our mom saw that we were going to talk about Guitar Hero. She's like, post this picture, so we did it. Why
Did you
not?
guys ever do a Halloween where you guys were the Blues Brothers?
No.
You can make it happen. Ache's
should.
got the soul patch. You should have done it.
I feel like that was a missed opportunity right there.
I feel like these games had their time, and they're going to do something innovative to make people want to buy them. Honestly, anymore.
They're old now. It's old. It's old
Yeah,
news.
it's
Do you remember when they tried to come out with Guitar Hero on the DS and they had that little stupid controller that was like, remember Matt, the cartridge that you plug into the DS and it had like the Guitar Hero keys on the
Oh,
controller?
yep,
You have to hold
yep.
your DS like this to play it. It's like, yeah, Guitar Hero.
I still have that, by the way.
It's like,
I'll tell you what, man.
do it with
Rock
one hand.
Band may be old, but I'll still get down on that from time to time if I could.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be fun to do
Yeah.
do a party. Well, that's the thing. Says
next topic.
what? No one followed the 17th Guitar Hero. Yeah.
It's like, now music.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Rob.
Well, the thing says we love the first two Guitar Heroes. What are you on about? Yeah, and then after that, that's when Rock Band came out. And it
Oh
was
sure,
so much
yeah.
better.
When Guitar Hero
the
originally came
original
out, it
one.
was
So I guess it's the
fantastic.
first
You
three,
know,
not just the first one.
yeah.
Sorry.
Right. They were fantastic when they came out, but then Rock Band came out and just
just
destroyed
blew it
them.
away.
So yeah.
Blew it away. Real timing. It's amazing.
Hey, Rob, if I bring you the add-on for the DS, can we have you live stream you
I'll
playing
do it. I will do it.
DS?
I will do it.
Because I still have the add-on and the DS.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Anyways, for some reason, if you bought Guitar Hero Live in between 2017 and the
fantastic.
start of 2019, if for some reason you were one of those 3 people, you will now get a full refund.
The guy's like, hey!
Someone's like $60.
Yeah.
Which actually at that point you probably paid 20.
I wonder if you hold on to that game for like 20 years, it'll be like a collector's item. The biggest fail in Guitar
I was gonna
Hero
say, yeah, a
history.
collector item for a bad. Yeah.
On the bright side, though, a bunch of people can now go buy Rock Band.
Well, that's being
And you
said,
gotta
remember when Rock Band came out with a keyboard, we were like, nah.
Oh yeah.
We were like,
yeah.
yeah, we dig this. And the second they were like, brought the keyboard, we're like,
It all went downhill
Like,
after
yeah,
that.
They tried too
Yeah.
hard.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
My favorite game of all time is DJ Hero.
Oh, I forgot they did
good,
that.
Sweet baby
Get out of
Jesus.
Wait, what if they had a guitar?
I
I play that shit.
Guitar
I play the
Hero.
guitar. Guitar Hero.
hurting my feelings, guys.
Hurting my feelings. Hey, you know what every
Michael's a
system
professional
needs?
guitarist.
I'm as far from a professional guitarist as you could ever
It's a
get.
guitarist. But
Oh,
whatever.
guitar. Okay, I was like, are you kidding me?
Okay, so what does every system need, Matthew?
Xbox Live.
Bam!
Boom. Apparently Xbox Live is
Now I can go
coming
back.
to the Switch.
Yeah, it is.
Why don't you talk about this, Robert? Because
I'm
I don't know
excited.
much
So not
and I
only
didn't
is it
read the
coming to
article
Switch,
because I
but
don't
It's
care.
also coming to iOS and Android. And we talked about this a little bit last night. And I was like super negative. I was like, this is stupid. Why is Xbox coming to the Switch? This is so dumb. And then Chris is like,
Chris is so happy
well,
right
what
now.
if it's like a communication thing? And then it clicked. And I'm like, hey, Nintendo can't seem to figure this out. So they're bringing in Xbox to handle all their communication because nobody wants to do it with the cell phone on their side and a headset plugged into it.
'Cause-
It's a pain. So if you can do Xbox and let Xbox handle the communication, you're set.
You realize how stupid this sounds, right?
It sounds really dumb, but it's a good move.
You found a solution, but it is absolutely idiotic that in order to make that happen, you're like, hey, can you use your OS over here? Like, I feel like
it's
that's a
dumb.
simple patch.
It's dumb,
I
yeah.
feel like that's a simple patch, or you make a partnership with Discord, something. Like,
Something, yeah.
something. And, okay, so I get why Xbox has the PC app, so you can play those games.
With
Whatever
Xbox
digital
Live,
game
yes.
you buy on your PC or Xbox, you can play there. I can kind of get why it's for the mobile, because there's the mobile craze of phone games.
Yeah,
and some
they have
people get a
Discord on the
controller.
phone, you have Xbox on the phone.
Some
that's
people
cool.
want to maybe play their Xbox game on their phone, I guess, and you could do that if you have a Bluetooth controller or some sort of something. Like, I kind of get that, but I absolutely do not understand why I want to turn on my Switch to play an Xbox game. There's no part of me that's like, yes,
Well,
let's do this.
Maybe it could be.
Fortnite.
Yeah, maybe
It's
it's
already
for
on-
like the cross-platform games. I don't know.
Maybe if it's just to if this is their way of because they already had cross-platform.
I don't know,
Rocket
man.
League could already
I'm
do it.
trying.
Fortnite could already
I'm
do
trying,
it. Like-
buddy. I'm trying here, but it's not.
He's
working
reaching
out.
for it. He's reaching.
I really tried to give him everything I got.
You know,
Give it all she's got, Captain.
you know what would make more sense to me? If they put Steam on the Switch. Because it's a fucking shield.
That doesn't make sense to me at all.
It's basically an NVIDIA
yeah.
Shield.
It runs the similar hardware. Yeah, I can do that. But I don't know, man. It's like, hey, we're buddies now. You wanna come help me out on something?
Yeah, it's like
Come on.
it's like too far. It's like they literally like, hey, you want to go to the bathroom together? What?
What? Why? No.
It's like, hey, we have Fortnite and we have Smite together. He's like, yeah, how about we help with our communications? Xbox like, whoa,
It's just-
whoa, bro, we just started. Calm down.
It's just
We're not in a committed
Nintendo goes up to
relationship
Microsoft.
I don't know if I'm ready for another communication.
He
partner,
literally,
okay?
Microsoft just like the Switch just gave him a key to their apartment. That's what just happened.
Microsoft is like, I made you a mixtape.
Hey, like
Oh,
you're already here a
God.
couple nights a week. Why? And you already
Why
have
don't
a
you just-
drawer.
why
Why
don't
don't
you
you
just-
just why don't you just move into the Switch?
I like my independence, though.
Nintendo goes up to Microsoft. They're like, hey, you said we'd be friends always, right? Yeah?
Right,
It's
right.
like friends help each other, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It's like, you know you're my best friend, Microsoft. Yeah? I just have a really hard time talking to people. Can you help me?
Well, I don't know if that's something that you can teach. but,
All
you
I know
it's
is
fine.
this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm like if it's just for communication, like if it's just the app where you can see like your friends, and you can, so that way, if we're all playing Rocket League, right, and everybody wants to use the Microsoft chat or get in a party, see which friends are using the Xbox. Okay, boom, boom. I kind of get that because you can do it from PC to Xbox.
Let me just
but
break
the
out
fact
my
that they're
Switch.
saying you're going to be able
Right.
to play your games, any Switch game or any Microsoft Store or Xbox game that's downloadable on the Switch. That's so dumb.
It's just dumb. Like they could have already just got them anyway. Like you don't got to go that way. But
Yeah, it sounds super convoluted.
At this point, why don't when you buy a game now, do not just give it to you like you get a code for all different games. Like just
All
like
the
you like
consoles.
like
Like
when
all
you buy
systems.
like a Blu-ray disc, you get the UHD, the downloadable, the
Okay,
DVD.
the Betamax.
You get all these 4 different versions.
So you mean like Microsoft does when you buy an Xbox game and you can maybe use it on PC
Maybe.
sometimes? if
Maybe
it's
No,
sometimes
but what
use
I'm
it on
saying
PC,
is,
yeah.
if I go and I buy Anthem for $60, whatever. I mean,
Or
actually, you
80.
can charge me 70. Go for that, and I should get the code or
PC
whatever
and Xbox.
for PC.
I agree with
for
you.
PC, for PlayStation, for Xbox, whatever I want to play it on, I should be able to play it on. Just like with the Blu-ray, where you
Yeah.
can play it on. You get the DVD copy. You
I didn't get the PS4 Blu-ray.
yeah.
Damn it.
So if that's where we're going, where you're just gonna put your game on another console, why don't we just go that
But,
route?
like, how's that supposed
Yeah.
to work? Like, what is the Switch supposed to handle? It's not gonna play Halo.
it will. It's just gonna be. It's 1080p and it's not gonna look great, but it's gonna be
I
there.
don't know if it can do it, man. I just
no,
don't
sure
know.
Weird as all get
Rob,
out,
that's
too.
why-
640 by 480. Let's do this.
That's why there are exclusives, Rob Dog, because not every game
Oh,
has
okay,
to go on
got
every
it.
system.
If it can't go on the Switch, it's an exclusive. Got it. If it won't work, it's an exclusive. Woo!
I don't under
So when's Anthem coming to the Switch? I can't wait.
Oh my god, Jesus.
You know what though? Like if you buy like a collector's edition for a game or something like that, especially, I do think that you should be able to play it on at least PC and the console that you're getting it with.
It would make like a deluxe version or something like that more appealing, because otherwise, as of right now, you get
'Cause,
like a poster or some snazzy.
I get four,
Yeah, it's like
I
to me
get
it's
4 skins for $80 on Anthem that I don't even get to bring to PC.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like if you're gonna do something like that, and then like you said, it would add more value to it at that point. So
Let's send them out fake.
So
nylon bags.
here's a quote from them.
like, here's a
after they
gym tour.
said that you could play any Xbox or Microsoft Store game on your Switch now.
Where's the asterisks? Yeah.
They said
Candy Crush
and
included.
Xbox Live players are highly engaged and
But-
active on Xbox and PC. Yeah, duh, Microsoft
Yes.
platforms.
You do
Yeah.
that's your thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
yeah.
We're with you. And now they can take their gaming achievement history, their friends list, their clubs, and more with them to almost every screen. Why?
You've already be playing Smash and be messaging Brandon on Xbox at the same time. Woo! It's a
This
whole
is
new
like
world,
when they told
guys.
us we can plug our TV into the Xbox One. We're so-
Sweet.
that actually was more relevant than this is. Like, this is the
Man.
dumbest.
Good gracious.
They were making strides, and then
You know what I want? I want to be able to manage my cloud save data from the Nintendo Switch on my Xbox.
what was that?
I said I want to be able to manage my Xbox game save data for the cloud on the Switch for whatever reason.
I want to be able to maintain it on the
Yeah.
go. Okay.
It
well,
really
that's the
just
thing
sa-
says Halo the Mario Collection.
Yeah.
It really just sounds like you're coming out with something
Wario.
for the sake of coming out with something. Like you
Here's
don't
a
really
Wario.
have like any real purpose to it. You're just
The
doing
Mushroom
it to do it.
Kingdom is infected by the flood.
No,
Okay,
it's-
if that happens,
Yeah, I'm not. I could go with that. Yeah.
as of right now, this is the dumbest idea I think of this generation.
see.
Like,
Let's see how Mario
sorry, Fortnite
deals
was the
with
dumbest.
They
locust.
took
Yeah.
Peach.
Poor Fortnite.
Took Peach. It's Master Mario time. Let's do this.
Oh God! I'm just
Puts the
imagining.
helmet on. It's
What, was it you who posted that?
he freaking
jumping on grunts. Just fucking
Mario jumps on Bowser. Bowser then escapes again for the 16th time in that game with Peach because Mario's not a finisher. And,
Poor Mario.
and his airship's going away. Also, just a rocket launcher from Master Chief out of nowhere. Boom! Blows it up. He catches Peach and goes, "Was that so hard?"
Oh God.
This
Okay.
is dumb. So
I'm just reimagining the Maria scene with Dom, but with Mario and Peach.
Oh
let's
no!
not.
Don't no! Why?
Don't taint that scene.
Man,
Gears of Wario.
you weren't even old enough to understand the significance of that scene yet.
Luigi just drives Yoshi into a fucking explosion.
You did. You weren't even old enough to have the emotional impact that scene really had.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey,
I'm not wrong.
watch your mouth,
I'm
dude.
not
Holy
wrong.
crap.
Not in the Mushroom Kingdom.
What else do they say? Oh, this is Phil Spencer. This is all Phil Spencer about talking. He says, I think about how successful Xbox has been.
Was? I think you meant to say was.
Has?
What?
He
Has?
says has.
Was?
I was
some
waiting
point
for their
was?
success, so.
Started out as?
That's like cricket.
I think they mean like before this generation
Got
is
it.
what they mean.
Or do they mean before this announcement?
We'll put the parentheses in it for ourselves. And what I think is about how many people are engaged with something to do with Xbox, playing our games, your two titles of generation, watching things on Mixer. Nobody watches anything on Mixer.
Hey,
On
well,
Xbox-
if you're in Latin America,
If you're
you watch everything
on
Mixer.
Xbox Live,
Your news
okay,
is on
people use
Mixer.
Xbox Live, and on our console, way more of everything else sold. So this is like this is them like jumping the shark right now. That's what I think. They were like, yes, we're doing some right things. Put it everywhere.
Xbox Live on your Samsung fridge. Let's do this.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Xbox
yes.
Live is the Skyrim of
Oh,
freaking
You play
man.
Halo and you get a notification to get more milk.
Oh,
God damn it.
wait. You wouldn't have to go anywhere. You just go to the refrigerator to get some food and just stay there and keep playing. Come on,
See
like.
thieves and you can't leave.
Oh, this is. Anyway, I think we bagged on it enough. It's a horrible idea,
Yeah, yeah.
in my opinion. And I think everybody else is.
All right.
Besides Phil Spencer and Xbox, apparently. We're going to move on to something nobody cares about.
Hey,
besides.
We're gonna quickly talk about things that were supposed to be a good idea but turned out to be a bad idea.
Anyways.
I thought we just
No,
did
No, that wasn't it.
We already did that.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we just did
I meant
that.
this
Yeah,
one.
that was a good idea. That's a bad idea.
That one.
Go ahead.
It's
We're
a
going
PC thing. You got to give me like 5 minutes.
So
I'll make it quick.
politically correct?
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Is it a?
You're eating into my
is it
time.
a wall unit with
Are
3
you
fans
eating
on it?
What
What?
is wrong with you? All right, so that's a
All right.
graphics card, a GPU.
Speak into
Oh,
the
oh.
mic.
Oh, is that what a
As Michael
GPU
learns it,
is?
yes.
Oh, I'm so stoked.
Oh, we got to tell that story.
I can't wait.
We're
I'm
talking
so
about-
happy to
go
know
ahead,
what a
go
GPU
ahead.
is.
We're talking about computer parts and building computers, and somebody drops, GPU in there casually, like you do in any PC conversation usually.
As one does.
And
As one would do.
That one is not.
and Michael's told us he knows nothing about computers, and we knew that, but not to this extent, because we're sitting here. And,
I didn't lie.
And we're just going. We're like, oh yeah, blah blah. And Michael's like, what's a GPU?
And just like a minute later, we're all just like, yeah, that's true.
But-
What's a GPU, guys?
To be
What's
fair,
a GPU?
to be fair though, that's Cameron's fault.
No,
It is. It is.
I
Cameron,
know
did you?
nothing.
So,
Thank
so
you.
anyway, long story short, AMD and Nvidia have been duking it out for the last
well, that's the
long
thing.
time.
Wants to know where is jumping the shark come from? It comes from the fawns jumping a shark.
Are we
in
good?
Happy
Are we
Days.
good now? We good?
I did know that.
We move on now? We
I
good?
knew that, by the way. Well, that's the thing.
This guy. Anyway, so Nvidia and AMD,
Yeah.
two big competitors for CPUs, two big competitors for GPUs, right? So for the last like 10 years, AMD has been just slightly behind Nvidia when it comes to GPUs. They finally caught up with CPUs a few years back. They got their new Ryzen series. Everybody's happy.
Can
But
you explain
they're-
CPU for
NVIDIA
Michael?
makes-
I was going to ask it, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I saw the look on his
I didn't want to
face.
interrupt you. I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just.
on his face. And
I-
he was like, mm-hmm.
You saw the glaze over? Yeah, yep.
Processors.
Hey, Rob Dog.
All right. So the Ryzen. Can I just finish?
NVIDIA
let's-
makes CPUs, Rob Dog?
I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just letting
Probably
you
the-
go.
well,
You know
that's
what?
what
I
they-
mean, Intel, AMD, whatever.
Apparently,
so,
well, that thing thought I didn't know what that was, and he was
so
having to cite
AMD
that
caught up
somebody
with
else.
their CPUs.
Hold on. Pause.
Story. Okay.
Who won the argument? Because I knew what it was, by the way. So who won the argument? Well, that's the thing. Now go. They were
right.
having a side bet over there.
All
so
right.
go ahead.
Well, Nvidia and AMD have been duking it out with the graphics cards. Intel and AMD processors. Processors would be your Ryzen processor. That's one of them. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So,
all right.
AMD's been behind for a while. AMD decides to release a new graphics card, CES. Everybody's freaking out, right? It's the Vega 7. Or you could kind of call it the second generation of Vega. So, yeah. Yeah. So V2 could either mean Vega 2 or 7. for Roman numerals. So that's exciting. Not really exciting
It's like
at all.
Vega from Street Fighter, or
Sure, why not? So they came out with this card. Everybody loved it. The chip die is 7 nanometers. If anybody's technical, it just means that it's a very good processing chip. It's supposed to be like state of the art for graphics cards. Amazing. Whole bunch of memory, 16 gigabytes of memory just on the graphics card,
That's actually
which is insane. Like a
yeah.
lot.
That's
So-
on this one.
Yes, on this
Okay.
graphics card. It's the most they've
I'm
charged
tuning
in
in and out of
for a
what you're
graphics
saying because I
card.
really don't care. Keep
It's okay,
going.
thank you. Though. So it's
I'm
$6.99,
totally
it's
kidding.
$6.99, $700.
you have my undivided attention
Thanks.
right now. So I'm here. I got you.
He's
boo.
lying to you.
So it's the most expensive graphics card they sold in a while. They
How much?
release it $700, $699. They release it to the reviewers. Everybody's reviewing it. Everybody's happy.
Benchmarking it, doing
There's
all
a
that
problem though. The problem is half the reviewers have glitches in their cards where the cards black screen and crash. So that's super fun for $700. The other half are realizing that the performance is actually lower than what they had been saying at CES. So at CES they were saying that it's on par with the 2080 from Nvidia, which by the way is not their top of the line card. So they're still just trying to play catch up.
stuff. Yeah.
When the benchmarks came out, it actually showed that the card in most video games fell below the 2080 and below the 1080 Ti, which is now 2.5 years old. So this new graphics card, which is supposed to change the whole AMD graphics world, is not performing the way it should. The FPS is really, really bad. I think I put some stuff on here. Let's see if I have it. Yeah, I do. So the FPS here is right about here, and it falls underneath the 1080 Ti and the 2080.
They can't
at the
see
top.
your mouse, so you got to point.
Right.
And then they, like,
the red,
use
the
your
red
hand.
is the Radeon.
Yeah, okay.
The
Use
red
your-
is the red is the Radeon.
Okay.
Right there. You're right. That was tricky.
Yeah, you
That
were
was
pointing
tricky.
with the mouse on the screen that we could see that they couldn't see.
But I think, in my eyes, the biggest issue here is the temperatures on the card. So they made it really, really odd because the card has two temperatures now. It has a GPU temperature, and it has another temperature reading for the highest temperature on the card. So the highest temperature on the card when they were running these, about 105 degrees Celsius, which is like 20 degrees, 25 degrees higher than like any NVIDIA RTX card Founders Edition that came
Okay.
out. However, that's not the GPU die's temperature, but it still is the hottest point on the card. So it's like an incredibly high temperature. So
They
even
need bigger fans, is what you're saying.
Oh, they got plenty of fans. They just have.
I'm just
a
trying to
heat
track
issue.
you here. Keep going.
It's a problem, Matt. It's a problem. Anyway, they're making fun of me, so we'll go on to the next
No, it's
freaking
funny.
slide.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's
Go
not
ahead.
funny. So
I'm not
Radeon 7
making fun of you. I'm
is
just-
horrible. It's good if you really like AMD cards. It's good if you want to pay $700 for performance that's less than the $700 NVIDIA card. If you really want to do that, go
So
for
the
it.
2080 is $700 right now?
Yes. You can find one for 7.
Does that
7,
mean-
7 to 8, but still about
Okay.
7. But so about the same price, you're going to get better performance, better cooling, RTX, all that crap, ray tracing, fun stuff.
Last note wants to know
Yeah,
if
I'm
Rob
done
is done
now.
talking
I'm
yet.
done now. That's it.
All
It
right.
was big to me, not so big to you. Fine.
We'll translate for you everything
that's
that you need to
unfortunate,
know.
though.
If you just woke up and are rejoining us, Rob says
Hey, you guys.
Radeon bad,
NVIDIA good.
Nvidia good.
Yeah,
As
that's
that's
has
basic-
been for the last 10 years.
That's basically what we're saying.
I
Now
hate
we've
you-
got
I hate you
sleeping
all.
emojis in here
I'm
from
glad
Grand
that
Lovers.
At least Michael had the decency to
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
like
talk.
that sucks, dude.
Oh my
That's-
God.
that's-
Michael's like
Hey,
taking it
man.
in. He's like,
That's
oh, okay.
yeah, I'm like that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
awful, dude. You're paying for something that's underperforming is what I got. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
I got you.
can get
I'm
a
with
better
you.
experience with a used 1080 for $400.
Right.
So-
Yeah, that
You could
sucks.
just save the money, go buy a Vega 56, and BIOS hack it to run better than most GPUs.
I wouldn't recommend a Vega ever, but that's just me. Okay.
Um,
But the BIOS hack makes it worth it for
Yeah,
only 200 and some odd dollars.
Yeah.
all right.
Sure.
People have been complaining about Anthem.
Oh, God.
People have been complaining about Anthem.
Yeah.
That's all everyone's doing.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about it, complaining about the
didn't
server.
hear?
Yeah, server.
I heard about the complaints of the server. Is that where
No,
it's
like
all?
everywhere. Like there's so many complaints. Server issues. PC Gamer came out and said it was too difficult for PCs to run. I'm like, what are you talking
No,
about?
it's not. My
Like,
laptop's running it
mine,
just
like,
fine.
Slid through it so easy. It was no problem. It was nice.
You know what was happening? They were probably using that Radeon that you just talked
Oh,
about.
makes sense.
See? So there was relevance to that whole last segment.
Okay.
And just like that, he was paying attention.
Or maybe Cameron just built all the PCs.
Oh,
that
No, hold on. Here's what I was gonna say. If my garbage computer is running it, what are people complaining about? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
Believe you
Oh my
went there.
God.
Chris, oh my gosh.
Good thing Cameron doesn't listen to this.
That was, no, but that was
Guy
funny.
Cameron's like, hey, maybe I should tune into this one.
You know what? If Cameron tells me that he's playing a game on his smart TV, I'll believe that it's better than his PC.
Dang.
Damn.
But like I
Anyways.
said, if my garbage computer is running it, what are people complaining about saying?
Okay, your
like,
computer. Let's just say that your computer is pretty low to mid tier, but
Yeah.
it's playing it pretty well.
but it's playing it It's playing it well enough to still be a good experience
We're
for
talking
me. Like
about high tier PCs. I do
complaining
PlayStation,
that
PC
it's
gamer.
not running well on their
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's garbage.
They're like, oh, I can't get 60 FPS. I'm like, bro, I had like over 100.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
all
yeah,
the
it's-
time.
it's
Yeah,
garbage.
They're probably using
That's-
an integrated graphics card on their HP freaking.
That's called a
like
that's got
Guys,
$400
hey,
tower
guys.
they bought at Best Buy.
I just got the beta Xbox Live on my Switch. Let's do it.
all that is Division 2 people trying to like undermine Anthem. That's all it is.
See,
like
I didn't believe you.
that's all it
I didn't
is.
believe you until I started asking my students about the game, and every single kid that hated Anthem was super pumped about Division 2.
That's all it is. That's
And
all
I'm
it is.
like,
That's just an underground network of
why?
Division 2 people
Division
trying to
1
undermine
wasn't
it.
even
That's it.
fun.
I know.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know.
That's
I don't
all
get
it
it.
is.
I
That's
don't get
all
it. Well,
is.
anyway, so server issues with Anthem. Everybody was freaking out. Everyone's pissed at EA. So Division 2, sorry, Tom Clancy's. They released their beta.
The Division 2.
Tom Clancy's. Dumb.
So
Or is the what did you say the
they
kids were
come
calling
out.
Speak.
Sorry.
Mike.
They
Mike
come
comes
out
towards
and
you.
they start telling people that, hey, you might experience server issues. To make sure that doesn't happen, you should log out of the game every couple of hours and restart your PC.
What?
What?
Or else you're going to experience performance degradation, and your system's going to crash. So I'm like,
So like it's our Rams' fault.
How
not
is
your
that?
server
How is
issue?
that any better?
so I think the main point of this is that we need to stop harping on betas crashing.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty damn common.
Anthem was a
Sweet
lot of fun.
baby.
First of
Can I-
all,
Yeah.
Can I just stop us all right there? It's a friggin' beta. It's not supposed to be complete.
yeah.
Yeah, Michael, it's a beta of PUBG, okay?
All right, you want to get into that? Technically,
Thank
Anthem.
you for saying that.
All right, we can get into that. Let's do it.
You don't talk mess about poo hole, all right?
Technically, Anthem is a demo. It's not the Anthem was a demo. It wasn't a beta. No, they made it very clear in an
Beta,
article that
demo,
this
whatever.
wasn't a
yeah,
beta.
and
that
demos
this
are
was-
never really finished products.
No,
usually
yes, I agree
anyways.
as well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but
And it
even
was
then,
like, it was like 2 months prior.
I
to the
had
current release
I had
anyway,
one
so.
over the course of playing it for the entire weekend. I had one server issue where
that
I
the first
actually got
night?
no. It was like the last night. It was like it was while we were playing. It was Saturday afternoon, and we had one server crash, and that was after playing for like 4 hours straight. You know, so
Well,
like
the issue is we didn't turn off our computers and restart.
Right,
them.
yeah.
That was
clearly.
our bad.
So
That was
so
our
that's
fault.
that's garbage. Yeah,
So,
that's
quick
shenanigans.
question. Will restarting my PC make the Division gameplay not crap?
No, turning off
It's
your
worth
PC.
it.
will
Yeah, you
make
have to
it not
turn it
crap.
off.
not crap.
You just don't
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so what you're telling me is I take my hard drive with the Division installed, bring it to a range, and just shoot it with a real gun.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That'll make it
And-
much better.
And then you'll be saved.
yeah, yeah.
And then you'll be saved.
Wow, that's garbage.
I feel like we're creating a division right now between Anthem and.
I see what you did.
I was
I see what you did there.
I
See what you
haven't
did
played
there,
the
well done.
Division 2 yet, but from what I got from Division 1, I'm going to say Anthem's going to be the better game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just my opinion on it.
My opinion is I'm not going to touch Division 2 because Division 1 was not fun.
Yep. Yes.
Another fun thing. My 960 was able to run Anthem at 60 frames per second at 1080p with high graphics settings.
So I don't know what those
So
PC
they
gamer guys are doing.
downloaded Anthem at the library computer. And that is why it's not hitting
Which is-
60 frames per second.
Like, man, I got this T1 line. We're ready to go.
Which is probably still better than my
We got
computer.
4.8 megabytes per second. Let's go.
Oh, shoot, I'm out of time in 5 minutes.
To be fair though,
So put some quarters in the machine.
to be fair
Orders
though,
of the PC.
the library computer's probably better than Cameron's Mac Color.
Yep.
All right.
Playing at their little PC cafes that went out of business 10 years ago. It's fun.
So you remember when we talked about the new Star Wars game?
Yeah.
That we're all excited about?
Oh, I'm stoked.
Oh, we just glazed over how awesome Anthem was. We didn't talk about it.
Oh,
It's
talked about it
awesome.
a little bit the last time.
Yeah.
but Okay, what did you
Yeah.
like about it?
No. If you guys already talked about it,
No,
it's
go
fine.
for it.
It's
What
fine.
did you like about
What's
it?
your-
No, it was
I
just-
have things to say.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the mobility on it. I think that's a fantastic aspect that's been brought to it.
Flying around is sick.
I loved the. To me, it's what Destiny should have been. So
Let me stop you real quick. Who'd you play?
I played the Storm call,
Okay.
or whatever the Storm.
Yeah, that guy
something.
can hover for forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you played
What
Hover
about
Boy.
you, man?
I
Hoverboard is
literally
sitting up there.
Interceptor.
the great thing about the
Interceptor's sick.
yeah, the Interceptor's awesome
Got
too.
that ultimate.
They're all great, and that's
Hey,
what I loved about
my
all the
favorite-
classes.
Colossus. just
Yeah,
saying.
Cameron played the Colossus,
Minigun
and
buddy.
I went over to his
of
house.
Course, of course he played the Colossus. He wanted the easiest friggin' character.
And that's why you play it too. Huh?
I played it because he had a giant cannon. And it
So you were compensating.
And I just and every time I melee slammed someone, I just went, "Here comes the boom."
Which one of
Really
these is gonna make me
sarcastic.
more mad?
I'm glad you were playing by yourself. I would have told you to shut up at some point if you did that every
Comes the
time.
boom.
Yeah, I feel like it's what Destiny should have been. I feel like it has, some pretty fun gameplay, pretty fun gunplay in there as well. But the abilities are a lot faster. The
yeah.
flight makes it fun because you can reflank, you can jump around different places on the map
Are you
and
talking
everything
about
and
the
stuff.
fluidity? Should have been what Destiny, because they're completely different games. They're like
No, but it's like the
you
way
mean like
they. It's like PVE. It's the way they play. It feels honestly. I'm with Michael on
I
this
have-
one. It
Yeah.
feels a lot like Destiny,
Yeah.
but way more fun.
I
Yeah.
have one critique for the game. Its hover system for when you want to shoot while flying is kind of dog shit.
what? I have
I mean,
no problem
I
with
never
it.
had a
Okay,
problem.
so you start flight, and then you pull out your gun to aim, and then you'll hover. There's no button.
There
to
is a
toggle.
hover button.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's a
Yeah,
hover
yeah,
button.
for me, it's the side button on my mouse. I can go straight into hover
If you're
mode
playing
from
with the
that.
controller, I think it's the right click on the analog.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
That's
yeah.
all. That's all I do whenever
You just
with the
right-click
storm.
again
I
and
just
you
fly
press
around.
Fall or fly.
Yeah, and he just stop.
No,
He'll just stop in the air and hover.
Yeah, there's a hover. There's
Yeah.
a hover button. I'm
It
playing with
doesn't
an
take-
Xbox controller
It doesn't
on my
take you off the
PC.
ground, is what I'm saying. If you're on the ground, there's no way just to go immediately into a hover.
Oh no, you
to-
could just
yeah.
Why
you
would you
you
do that?
you could just you could just be like a normal human being and push the flight button and then hover again.
That's what I want. I want a button just
So
to be
you want
able
a
to
button
toggle.
that someone that was actually living Anthem wouldn't actually have, because that's not how it works. They fly and
You
then
just
hover.
want to hover like
wanna
you just
defy
want to be
physics.
off the ground.
Yeah,
like, a
what
couple
is
inches and shoot them.
what is the purpose? So yeah, what is the
You have
purpose?
to be above them
I-
hovering,
I
so you
want
got to
it-
fly
I
up
want
and
it
then
to
hover.
Be able to initial vertical without having to go forward whatsoever.
So you want to like fly around on the ground, really? Low
No,
to
I
the
see what he's
ground.
saying. He wants the ability to go instead of going this way and then going up. He just wants the ability to go straight up
You
first.
can. You just aim
So-
up, fly, and then press hover.
That too, yeah.
I don't know. I like the game so far. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's fantastic.
The mobility was sick. I liked all the different types of weapons I was able to look.
Yeah, the
through.
weapons are
They all
fun.
have different like item like
There's
there's a
so
lot of
many-
different
To me,
builds. There's a lot of
that's
different builds.
I was gonna say to me that's what I like about this one more than I did with Destiny is I like the ability to be able to customize my abilities to
Yes,
change up
yes.
my in Destiny your abilities were your abilities were your abilities. That's just kind of what you had, and
Yeah.
stuff. So, but
Another thing I hope they add to the game, I want them to add weapon skins.
That'd be cool too.
They
Yeah.
have weapon skins.
You can't paint your weapon.
Oh, I'm thinking of Apex.
yeah,
That's exactly.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, they have
Apex
weapons.
has
I
the ability
unlocked
to.
them. Nope,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Apex. That was my
But
bad.
the game definitely seems to center itself more on the abilities,
Yeah.
which I think is awesome. I love
Way
the
better.
recharge rate on the abilities because it makes you feel more powerful. In Destiny, it was
I like
very
the story.
yeah, and the
Story
yeah.
was good.
I
And I was
like-
bummed that it was so short though in the demo. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm ready, and then it's over. I'm like,
But
oh.
what's awesome is that that's only one of probably many
Yeah.
storylines
Yeah, yeah,
that are
yeah,
going
yeah.
to be in there.
Well,
so.
that's the thing. Says also Destiny was not a good game.
Well,
In
we
your
can agree to disagree
I
on
mean, I
that
like
one,
Destiny
but
too, story. That was one
I
of my
don't-
favorite
it was
stories
fun.
in a while.
I don't know if I can really
It was no Halo.
talk
but it was fun.
about it, but in some of the pre-gameplay, I'll call it that. Some of the pre-gameplay, you got to play the missions leading up to you meeting Matthias.
Oh, cool.
So
that's cool.
Oh.
If you had the little bit of the tutorial and everything that you got from playing some of the other stuff that may or may not have been private.
Your stuff carried over is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that with the demo that your stuff was carrying over from the alpha or beta over into the demo.
yeah.
That's cool.
Obviously not over from the demo into the
Damn.
road game.
Yeah,
So
but
I was
I
like, all stoked.
no,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm so
it doesn't
much-
carry over from the demo.
at the beginning of
But I for sure love to me I love the scale of it. It's so much bigger because you get
huge.
huge fight scenes in there. You get
That's what she said.
you get a you get a crap ton of monsters to be able to fight, and all of the abilities are massive. Like everybody is with the
Yeah.
exception of the interceptors, but that's just
Yeah, but the interceptor throws so much
amazing.
stars that respawn
Yeah,
in, like,
just
half a second.
amazing melee stuff.
Like,
like
the melee, like first off,
Yeah.
its melee is already beast, and it's
Right.
fast, and you can jump around.
Yep.
When you do your ult, and you can just freaking
wah,
drop
wah,
it,
wah,
like,
wah, wah, wah.
I literally melt people.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's
just-
nuts.
They have items that increase your melee attack damage just flat. So like I found a few items that were like 5% increase, 10%
Yep.
increase.
Yep.
I'm like, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but I think that's what's going to be cool about it is you're going to have the ability to alter and change your abilities and your alts and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and augment them and change them and stuff, which I think is going to be
And I
fantastic.
hope
Your ultimate will not change.
No, but you can find things that will make your ultimate charge faster. But otherwise, yeah, your ultimate doesn't change. Yes, but
that we know of.
yeah, that we
No,
know of. Yeah,
it's not- they said it's not going to change. That's going to be the one constant thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
say a lot of things.
See, I like that this game. I feel like the meta is gonna be less cut and dry than like in Destiny. Destiny's like,
Yeah.
oh, you have this gun and you have this, and that's
Right,
it.
yeah.
Like I feel like
To-
this game's gonna give you a
There's-
lot of different
it
options.
makes loot a heck of a lot more
It
fun
doesn't-
because
it doesn't need a meta because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Yeah,
Because you're just
'cause
well, I mean,
it's-
it's
it's-
PvE, but like if you want to do, there's
they
still
can
like
make
WoW
guns
has PvE
ludicrously.
meta.
Yeah.
They can make guns ludicrously powerful because you don't need to worry about PvP balance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but there's
that's
still
true.
meta for PvE.
yeah,
There's
there is
still
still
everything
yeah,
if you want
yeah, for sure. But it definitely makes it so that it's customizable to the player's style. How
Yeah.
do I want to play? What do I want to
Exactly.
do? What effects do I like? What end result am I going for? And that's different for everybody because some people like I just don't like the effect of the ice in this one.
Oh, it was
So
more like fire, yeah.
yeah,
Fire was
like
sick. The
yeah,
flame
but I
grenade was
love
crazy.
I love the lightning, so everybody can kind of customize that for
ice-
themselves.
The ice is really useful if you have a good Colossus. on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
team.
for sure. Yeah,
Maybe it's not for Michael.
but that's all fun stuff that you can figure out. That's what I like about the game, and it makes the loot system a lot more enjoyable than Destiny was.
Hold on.
In Destiny, when you got loot, you just got maybe a better gun or something like this one. You can get better guns. You can customize those. You get actual augmented abilities
I like the
in your
augmenting
loot.
to your abilities and,
Yeah.
and skills, stats, not just
Right.
raising
Yeah.
your level and like
Yeah.
I like the customizability.
Yep. I agree.
That being said, everybody's getting Division 2, right?
No.
Let's move on.
Hard pass.
Star Wars.
We gotta know.
We got to move on, Chris. Star Wars. We talked
They can't
last
see it.
podcast. There's a new Star Wars
How
coming
sick
out.
would it be if one of them wore a CMG right on their head right there? Like just,
It's
Kylo
from.
Ren's mask
It's
is just-
from. It's from Respawn, the people we've been talking about that create Apex Legends, Titanfall. It's published by EA. Hopefully, it's good. It has been confirmed that this game's coming out this year. It is in their third quarter budget analysis. It's coming out.
It's the one time I get to wear this without it looking stupid as shit.
No, it's still.
you're not a sick boy, it's fine.
What you guys can't see is that he put his hood on.
Oh, I was like,
a Sith.
man, why you shut that guy? You just shut that guy's dreams down, man.
Put it on.
Everybody's got dreams and aspirations, bro. You ain't gotta shut a brother down like that.
God, that Beat Saber VR meme.
Oh my gosh, that was
that's funny.
terrible. Terribly amazing, but terrible nonetheless.
Anyways, what we did find out, we found out a little bit beyond the fact that it's coming out third quarter this year. So I'm excited because I love Star Wars games. I love Star Wars, and I'm going to try it just because it has the name Star Wars on it. It could suck.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm going to play it.
We all did Battlefront. That game was awful, but
The second one was better, but not
But
by
this
much.
this is Respawn Entertainment, bro. They know how to make a movement system in
yeah,
the game.
the gameplay or the storyline was fantastic.
Anyways,
but-
what it is, and I'm going to read directly from GameSpot's article.
Glitchy, but
It is
fantastic.
set between the events of Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Ooh, very nice.
Fallen Order puts you in control of a Jedi Padawan who survived Order 66 and is now on the run.
He survived Beat Saber.
Plot hole. Nobody survived. No Padawan survived Order 66. We know this.
Hey, if you missed one note on Beat Saber, he
No,
made it out.
Ahsoka did.
Ahsoka,
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
Ahsoka
Yeah.
lived.
Yeah, Ahsoka
Oh my
did.
God, that's
That's
I was talking
yeah.
about- I was just talking about the
Are we
mo-
gonna get into the cartoon?
It's
was talking-
canon, all right.
I
You
was-
shut your mouth.
I was just talking about the movies.
You
Based off
shut your
that-
mouth. It's canon, all right.
Based off the movies, I saw No Mercy for the
It's a
Padawans.
cop out. You know it.
You shut
Cop
your
out,
mouth.
you know it.
You know what? You know what?
Twi'lek as a Jedi.
Oh, get out of here. Boo.
No.
You know what? isn't-
So it's a Padawan who's on the run, and they did confirm that you'll be able to use a lightsaber. I was gonna be pissed if I didn't.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Well,
It's
no.
a Star Wars game without being able
You're
to
gonna
Republic
stick
Commando.
a rock. Use
Well,
the
yeah,
force.
that's true. Yeah, I guess there are.
It could have
couple,
been,
yeah.
he doesn't have a lightsaber and he's trying to work his way, get blasted. Like,
Yeah.
I play Star Wars games honestly to one, use the Force, and two, use a lightsaber.
Hack people
I'm
up
not
with
the person that goes
lightsabers.
and plays Old Republic and is a bounty hunter and uses a blast strike and uses a gun in
Wow.
every
I've
other
done
game.
it once.
Yeah.
I did not have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
No.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's-
use a lightsaber,
Yeah.
so they confirmed. Don't worry, you get to use a lightsaber.
Now, do I make
Okay.
my own or do I pick up one that I find after the
Oh,
travesty?
that would be awesome if you get to make your own.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
always the fun part. If they when they include that in the games, I'm way more
You know
like
what?
stoked.
But
You know
super
what,
nerdum,
really-
if he's a Padawan, he's probably already made one. So, but
I
anyways,
don't know
yeah.
that. Maybe he's a youngling.
You know,
They
No,
make
if he's a Padawan, then yeah. He
yeah.
probably has
If
been
he's a
one.
Padawan, they make.
What
that,
if he's a Padawan in training?
Unless he just missed that day.
What?
He's
Well,
in
he could've
training.
been a-
He
Yeah,
No,
hasn't
just
made
say a
his lightsaber
Padawan
yet.
in training.
I will hurt you, Robert. Right now. Just stop
Hold
it.
on, hold on.
Stop it.
Hold on.
Just get out of here.
Hold on. Everybody in the chat, let Robert know how dumb he was for just saying a Padawan in training.
You could be in training. You could be the pre-Padawan.
Wait, no.
Okay. What was Anakin on
He's right.
Tatooine when they first met him? He was a Padawan in training. You shut up.
Padawan inherently is in training. That is what a Padawan is.
What are you before you're a Padawan?
A
A youngling.
A Padawan in training.
No, it's garbage. Get out of here. Oh man. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Obi-Wan, he's like, the Padawan's in
Get on your
training.
mic. Get on your mic.
No.
Oh man.
Technically, Robert's got one saving grace here. Not all Padawans are granted lightsabers.
Ha!
Sorry, what?
Yeah, they have training swords.
Oh, in the Old Republic, that's true.
No,
That is
once they're a Padawan, one of their first things they
That
do
is
is they
true.
go to the planet to build their lightsaber.
No, they have training swords. The Jedi Order used to make training swords with temporary batteries,
Yeah, but they're not
And-
Padawans by that point.
and
Once
they weren't lethal.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Padawans in training. Yes.
no, that's what I'm saying is once
You
you become a
become
Padawan, you go build your lightsaber. That's part of your.
That's part of your.
That's part of you
your
becoming a
your
Padawan.
elevation
this
into
guy
a Padawan.
Is a Padawan right before he builds his lightsaber.
That's what I was saying. Yes, there is obviously a
There is
very
a gray area
short
where I
time
fit
frame.
in.
Yes, there is a short time frame that it's possible.
Well, that's the thing. Says a Padawan in training. Maybe he's a redundancy.
Fine.
yeah, but
Fine.
He also said, "Can't wait for EA to cancel this game in 3 months."
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
that's-
you dare.
yeah.
Don't you dare.
And
Can he be using like Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber for whatever reason? I want that.
Why did we spawn this?
Qui-Gon can't even use his
I
lightsaber.
see, I
Why would
saw it.
somebody
It was
else
just-
use it?
I knew it was going. I was like, Chris, why did you have to spawn that? Let's just-
Matt Haresh 5
I still
says
think they made clones of Qui-Gon.
it looks like Respawn is EA's saving grace at the moment. They really are. They put out Apex and they're putting out this game.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, for sure.
They put all their eggs in one basket right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
In the respawn basket.
what do you guys want to see out of this game? I know we've talked about it, but you haven't talked about it. What do you want to see out of this game?
I don't really have any other premise for us other than the fact that
What
it's
do you want to see?
Well, for me, I'm the same way. It's like when I play a Star Wars game, I want to be able to use the Force. I want to be able to use a lightsaber. Okay, and if I don't get to use those things, then I'm probably not. Okay, God damn it, Chris, what?
Chris, why did you raise your hand?
I'm waiting until he's done.
Okay,
Okay, put your hand down then.
I was like, that was ruining the
I
bejesus
could
out of my
not be
train of
this guy's
thought.
teacher. But like,
Hey, at least he raises his hand in this environment.
sometimes.
Well, it's tough because
Oh, well, that's the thing.
I-
Well, that's the thing says, "Damn it, you beat me to the Qui-Gon joke." Yep.
yeah, I saw that coming down the pipe. I do love the MMORPG aspect of some of the Star Wars games that have come out in the past. But I feel like
Don't want an MMO.
yeah, I was like, I personally feel like I played them for a little while and I had a hard time kind of getting into them and it just wasn't for me. What I want is something with a fantastic story to it. Like I
Yes.
loved the what was the Dark Forces or whatever or not Dark
Force
Forces,
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah,
There we go.
that
Yeah,
storyline
like
was good.
like a story, like an epic storyline of some sort. And to me, like I want a story based Star Wars game,
Yeah.
something that just
What's
has
up, Pope?
a fantastic story to it. I don't want to have to worry about an RPG aspect of it. I don't have to worry about interacting with other people. I just want a straight story game.
So
out
what
of
I
this.
do want, the RPG elements I want to be more action adventure.
Yeah.
The RPG elements I want this game honestly to be a modern Dark Forces. Dark Forces 2, that's where the Jedi Knight series came off of.
Yeah.
It was Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, and then you had the Jedi Knight Academy. The Obi-Wan game was like that. They're all in the same kind of,
Yeah.
I want a modern version.
So
And F and I Pope wants to know where Zahner or No Jeans is. They're
right
not
here.
here.
I'm right here.
And well, that thing says I want to see a Padawan in training.
Pre-Padawan 2020. That's what I want.
yes.
Yeah, Padawan in training. Here
We're
we
gonna
go.
get you a Padawan in training
Can I
shirt.
make a hashtag on Twitter for this? Padawan in training?
I'd love to see an epic story along the lines of Horizon Zero Dawn and that kind of, massive,
So you want more
storyline
open
kind
world, or
of.
do
Not
you-
really open world, but I want that feeling of that storyline. And like I want that epicness to
Okay.
the storyness of it.
I want this game to be definitely more linear.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
some open world elements to
Yeah.
not open world, just a little
Yeah.
more openness.
Like
where,
I don't want to play Red Dead Redemption with Jedis.
Right,
Like, that's not what I want to do.
That's
for
not what I
sure.
want on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
that game, but I don't.
It's
I don't
yeah, it would still be fun,
Sure.
but I want that kind of epic story. Like, like Last of Us gave us. Like I really want that
I don't-
amazing.
I don't know.
I want
Sorry.
that amazing storyline.
I think this is the first time someone's worked in a Last of Us joke.
I'm
in a
actually
way-
kinda proud of
In
myself
a way
for
that
doing-
isn't just, hey, have you played The Last of Us? So I'm actually okay with that one. That was good. That was thoughtful. All right.
so that's kind of what I want out of
I
it.
would like choices. I would like a game where I can choose to do a certain path. I still
okay.
want
Yeah.
a really good storyline, but
Yeah.
I'd like to have a choice in the matter and not just have it like every time you
That-
play the
that
game,
always
this is
was
the way
fun.
it happens.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like Dark Forces,
you
Yeah.
where you can
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
to go dark or
Yeah, yeah.
light.
That's
I,
always-
I,
that-
I want that element.
So
That's
what
a fun
you really
aspect of
want,
the Star
Rob
Wars
Dog,
games.
Is Detroit Become Jedi?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god. Star Wars game like that? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the choice aspect of some of the Star Wars games in the past has always been super enjoyable because it has allowed you to make the choice between what you wanted to do and what
Yes.
you didn't want to do.
There has
and
to
it
be
added
that
some
element, especially if you're a Padawan that just saw your whole. Sorry, Padawan in training.
Padawan in training.
Robert,
Padawan in
sorry.
training.
I didn't mean to.
Padawan in
didn't mean
training.
to offend.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I get my technicalities right there. Okay, so if you're a Padawan in training,
Good, right?
You just saw your whole world fall apart, right?
All of your other Padawan and trainings have just been cut down.
You saw another Padawan in training jump in on a landing and try to save people.
Oh
Took
man!
out the
All
Padawan
right.
training handbook.
First of all, he still went out like a vampire, right?
He died.
He did die, but
He went out as more of a Bantha Qui-Gon.
oh god, come on!
So
What about the little Padawan in training that asks Anakin if everything's gonna be okay?
No, why? Why? Oh, my heart hurts.
Mr. Skywalker, I don't feel so good.
Oh no! No! All right, I'm done. I'm going home. Oh, jeez.
Emperor Palpatine's just sitting on his throne,
That's
just
terrible. Jeez. This is the most sad mashup I've ever heard.
that was good.
It's Disney.
No, it's terrible. Because and because that's what Star Wars always has been. It's always been that epic struggle between light and dark, and it's all about choice. So the choice makes it worth it.
That's why Luke disappeared. Because he's a part of the Disney universe, and Thanos just snapped him out of existence.
okay, you pushed it too far.
You're a terrible person.
last
You
one-
should have
Terrible
left it where you
person.
were because you had us dying, and then now your joke's dead. So. Well, that's the thing. Says Rob is gonna play Star Trek online.
Hey, I know what
Thinks he's
Star
playing-
Trek is versus
thinks
Star
he's playing
Wars.
the Star Wars game.
If I don't understand anything that's happening, I know it's Star Trek. That's how I know.
This
Like,
Padawan
someone's
hasn't said
like,
engage once. What, the
What is going on here?
"What's going on?"
Sorry, you would have said this Padawan in training. I just said
Yes,
engage
yes,
once,
yes,
sorry.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm excited for this game, and Chris's hand is up. What do you want, Chris?
You didn't ask me what I wanted from the game.
Well, because we had all talked about this
Beat me up,
already.
Qui-Gon.
So I was asking him what he wanted. But what do you want, Chris? What do you want to see in this game?
Honestly, I want the game to be played a little bit like Dishonor, where you can have like different movement abilities and you can select them on like a wheel.
That
Because-
sounds way too confusing for me, but that's just me.
Have you played Dishonor?
No, it just
Yeah,
sounds
because you don't
confusing.
even know how the Star Wars universe works. So anything
Shut
beyond
up!
that's probably going to be difficult for you as well.
I said one thing. And
Yeah,
now
you're done, buddy. You're out. Like just
well,
let
my
it go.
umbrella
Let-
says otherwise.
That's
You're
the thing.
done.
Says I can't wait to become a Jedi Master in mastering.
I got my master's in being a Jedi master.
So there,
Oh man.
oh my gosh!
there
Oh,
are 3 more things I want to see. One of them's complete satire. One, I just want Mace Windu to somehow be alive and train this guy.
Ooh.
That would be badass.
Actually,
Windu's been
I'm
in
with
training.
you.
2,
I'm with you. Keep going.
I
I,
can
um,
get
be
behind
pretty
that. That
cool.
would be cool.
Yeah.
I know
Lightsaber and all.
how I know how annoying this would be for the story, but this is the satire part. I just want the youngling to have terrible flashbacks of Anakin swinging.
Oh
God!
Oh.
Actually, if you did that right, it'd be really good.
It would be. Yeah.
All right. What's
No,
3?
like-
My first day of Padawan
No,
and
like
training.
anytime, like anytime there's like something like the stormtroopers show up, he just has like
just constant PTSD. Like just constant. That game's gonna be horrible.
like the Punisher.
All right. What's your third? What's your
Wakes
third
up in
option?
cold
And
sweats.
the third thing, I need wall running to be a thing. I need the movement system from Titanfall to be done in a Star
What the
Wars way.
I'd like to say I've seen that in the Star Wars universe, but I feel like if I did, it was like once or twice.
I thought on Unleashed you could kind of wall run, couldn't you? I know
think
you could
run into
hover.
a wall and then fall. I don't know if that was the mechanic
It's not the
in the
same.
game at
Yeah,
the time.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
It's not the
I don't know
same.
if wall running was really a mechanic when
No,
that game
you
came
could
out.
jump between the two walls, but it was really
Oh,
bad.
you could
Yeah.
jump. That's right. So you could jump from wall to wall. Okay.
Yeah, the tough thing, total.
Palpatine levitates. I don't think wall running's too out there.
So did Star
Well,
but he
what
levitates
I,
off
what I was
the
gonna
ground,
say
not
was
the
this
wall.
is what I was gonna say is probably on a total nerdum. I don't with him being a Padawan. I don't to be able to wall run for them. They'd have to be able to
In
have a
training.
pretty good use
Well,
of the
this
Force.
This is years
So-
after though, and he's busy like on the.
It
run
would
and
depend
whatnot.
on
I
how.
how many years,
He's
but
been running so
but it
long that
would-
he figured out how to run on a
I was
wall.
gonna say-
let's put it this way.
It would depend on his level of training. I think. Yeah.
Padawans sometimes, well, Padawans in general. I mean, they've already gone to that youngling stage, so they're actually pretty. They're pretty solid with the Force,
So
right?
post-training.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, but it's not like they're just getting the Padawan's basically like an internship, right? Like you're learning to become
Indentured servitude, I think, is a
yes,
closer one.
Unpaid.
Yeah, you're almost there, and to become you're gonna become a Jedi Master or get assigned somewhere as a something else, right? Guardian,
Jedi
something,
Knight
right?
first,
You're gonna get a post.
Is there like a recruitment office where I can go like, yeah, I want to be a Jedi? They're like, yeah, well, you're gonna control.
Yeah,
the
it's right out that door. If you can
Lock behind you, and that's how you start your journey.
And as we know, let's not downplay this guy's abilities because we know sometimes Padawans are better than their masters and can beat
mother-
people
God, that was
they
such-
could not beat. Say like a Darth Maul, sometimes
Or like
Padawans could
a
beat a
Dooku,
Darth
those
Maul.
things.
You're lucky I like you. I'm gonna let you run through with this.
Because,
Go ahead. Yep,
sometimes
come on.
masters just aren't up to snuff
Yeah.
and
'Cause they're only
get
ma-
stabbed through the chest
Matt.
because they suck at life.
They're only masters in training, bro.
That's
Well-
right. They haven't got their mastery in masters yet.
Well done, well done. That was a very long-winded way of getting out of that. Well done. That was well done. Can we go back to Robert?
Shut up.
Well, that's the thing.
Shut up, man.
Well, that's the thing. Says I want this game to have a comprehensive recap of the Star Wars universe, so Rob can maybe learn what a Padawan is.
How dare you? I say one thing, and it's like I've never seen Star Wars.
Oh,
it has such
man.
good lifeblood since I was
It's gonna
10.
be
I hate you
the
guys.
tutorial for the game, and it starts saying, "This is for Rob."
It's just you're
In
gonna have
memory
to.
of Rob's dignity. God damn.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
first 25 minutes of the game is just gonna be your Padawan flipping through the guidebook and not. He has to keep going back to understand what his roles as a Padawan in training.
All right.
What?
They look at him, they're like, actually, son, you're just the kid that we don't know what to do with.
I
so
think
you're
what-
Padawan in training.
You're a
It doesn't
youngling
mean
in
shit.
training
All right.
now.
What'd you say, Michael?
I was gonna say I think the last thing I just thought of that I think would be pretty cool if they included it is the actual ability to go gray. Is the ability
That
to
would
But
be
like,
the
what Star
ability.
Wars
What if
game
they
has
start the
actually
Grey
done
Knighthood?
that?
That'd
Yeah,
be
that's
awesome.
that would be sick. Ahsoka is. Ahsoka's technically considered a gray
It's a gray area. Don't worry about it.
because she
No,
uses
don't you
two.
bring that cartoon
she
shit
uses
into this
white. She
fucking
uses
house.
white. She
Watch
uses
your mouth.
Sorry, I'm pissed off.
she uses white lightsabers
If anybody's a
too.
Padawan in training, it's Ahsoka. Tell
No, you. She was a general, and you will respect her authority.
Yeah, because they have
Authorita.
She was a
they have Anakin,
general.
and they're not 100% sure how to trust him, so they give him a Padawan in training. Go ahead, see what happens.
All right. Let's move on.
Oh man.
Okay.
Move on like Qui-Gon.
Oh no, never, never,
Move on like Qui-Gon.
never move on.
Stay calm and Qui-Gon.
So you mad that they brought back Darth Maul, but not Qui-Gon?
He's still waiting.
Hey, in the remastered, he was there with young Anakin Skywalker.
With training wheels?
What? Hold on. What was it?
Tastes like with training wheels.
Oh man,
That's pod racing.
All right.
that's
Pod racing.
Jesus.
All right.
We should have a Star Wars podcast. We could do this all day.
Yeah, we could.
we
like
really
the
could.
Qui-Gon jokes would not stop
Never
the
stop.
entire time.
I'm not invited to this one.
No, you're invited. You're the only person we're gonna affect with those.
This isn't a podcast. It's a roast. That's all. That's all it's gonna turn into.
He figured it out, guys. We invited him to the roast of Michael Walquist. He didn't know it.
Can we
Oh,
do that
man.
for every birthday from now on? Though?
That
We
is every
just-
birthday he has. We just.
No. I'm saying like that. We'll do a stream for like everyone's birthday where we'll just roast the ever living out of them.
Okay.
Yeah, my birthday is in like 2 weeks. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
we're doing
guys.
All right. Do you remember when we were talking about how the government was trying to say that, the video games cause violence. That's why there's the shootings, all this stuff. And we said it comes down to parenting, and they basically wanted to like ban video games. We had said on this show maybe 6 months ago, look, if you're trying to make a difference, maybe put a tax on the game or something. If you're trying to make it through video games make a difference, banning them is not going to do it. That's not going to, banning violent video games is not going to do it, because really, if it should be banned in your house, that's the parents' responsibility. We had said, I would be totally comfortable if you told me my games are $65 now, and $5 of every purchase of that is going to
Padawan
to
training.
Padawan.
Sorry, I had to.
Anyways,
What would that?
Just
Stop.
stop. Move it on.
Stop. If
It's a one-liner.
if that went to fund research on mental awareness for for school safety, it's something like that. We had talked about
Padawan
that and said,
safety.
and we were all kind of agreed, like, I'd do that. I don't care. Like, that's a way so that every time you're buying. And
As long as they prove that's where the money's going.
and I said put it on every game. Like, I don't care. You put that on every game, like Mario Party. I don't care. And by the way, Mario Party probably has caused more school shootings.
It's
Because that Waluigi still is.
That's anger issues right there. That's what it is.
Waluigi,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
lose it.
I'd be like, no, I'm staying home today.
Yeah.
In yellow, he's like,
Yeah. Suspenders.
So
skating in yellow.
apparently lawmakers in Pennsylvania listen to our podcast, because they've put out a house bill that, now I don't like what they're calling this, because this actually pisses me off.
Yeah, it's a little.
What they're
misleading.
calling it, the idea behind it is our idea, and I'm okay with that, but they're calling it a sin tax.
I'm sorry. A what?
It's
A
a
sin,
It's a
as in
sin tax.
S-I-N,
SIN, not
syntax.
syntax as in syntax, but
Yeah,
sin-
right.
SYNTTAX. No,
Thank you. Yes.
they're calling it a syntax on games that are rated M or adult only.
Wow.
And
How often do you see a game rated adult only anymore?
never.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I can't really
Yeah.
think of it.
All right,
Yeah.
well, that's
been a
not going to
long
make a lot of money.
time.
That one.
Yeah.
I guess I'm on new grounds a lot.
But the M.
But
that's a
the
lot of
M,
games,
yeah,
gets down.
yeah.
And it's just in
Conquers
Pennsylvania,
bad
and
for you.
I like what they're doing. They are going to put money from it are going to go to a special fund. It's for the Digital Protection for School Safety account. So they're creating a separate account in their budget, and it's a 10%, by the way. It's a 10% tax on the game. So $6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to put $6 more.
Plus something else.
Pretty much what we said. Like, we'd be willing to pay that.
Yeah.
And honestly, on any game. I just think it's dumb that they're calling it a sin tax, because
Oh, it says
Yeah,
that,
that-
when combined with local and state taxes, it's going to be an extra $10 per game.
That's kind of.
because they're taxing on top of that.
On top.
Oh,
yeah.
so they're going to the 66 and then taxing
okay.
it, and yeah.
No, they're going with the flat 60 at a 10%. So the normal tax would put it up to about 64.
yeah.
But then the extra $6 makes it 70. So
Okay, so it's a
overall,
70,
it's a $10
yeah.
game.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And that's fine. I like the idea. I think you put it in all games.
I like the syntax.
But
Yeah, it's got a good
if,
place.
if you're
but
if you're really trying to fund something, don't just put it on the mature games, because
yeah,
games are bought. Like, if you're really trying to make a dent, put it in
Yeah.
all games.
yeah, I agree.
Why not?
Some people say this isn't the right way to go, though.
Some people say, yeah, okay, so go ahead.
It
I can't
says,
read that.
Numerous authorities, including scientists, medical professionals, government agencies, and the U.S. Supreme Court, found that video games do not cause violence. And it said, we encourage Pennsylvania legislators to work with us to raise awareness about parental controls and the ESRB video game rating system, which are effective tools to ensure parents maintain
The other thing
control
we said in
over
our
the
show.
video games.
Like, literally,
Yeah.
the other
You know,
it
So
took
everyone
scientists
else is
to
like,
say it.
hey, how about we just get down to brass tacks here and just tell your kids not to play these games?
Yeah, how about you be parents? So we,
Yeah.
we talked about that.
How about better idea? Real crazy. This is real out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe teach your kids to deal with their anger and not be assholes.
Yeah,
Get
give
some
that.
people at GameStop that actually check IDs.
Excuse me, ma'am.
It's ma'am!
In their defense, what if their mom was killed by freaking sand people? I
Then
mean,
in that case, I'll kill all of them. The women.
Wow. Wow.
Slaughter them like animals.
Wow.
Sorry, we'll stop bringing back Star Wars. This is actually a
I
true Star Wars.
I hate sand. It's coarse and it just gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. Oh man.
Anyway, so what's interesting about
Corpses
this
are covered in sand.
is I don't mind it. It's whatever. Like this is one of the options I said. If you're going to, if you really want to do something through video games to do this, then you put a tax on it. And then we all said we were kind of willing. We'd be willing to pay that to fund actual research of this. And I get the other side because that's the other thing we said. This shouldn't be an issue because
No.
you
should just be watching what you do.
watch your
do,
kids
yeah.
and parent them. So
You should.
I get it.
You should
What,
read.
Chris?
Well,
Continue.
that's the thing. when you get a
Okay,
chance.
thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
So for me, it's I'm not mad at it.
No.
I'm mad,
mad
at
at the name.
I am mad at what they're calling it. How about you call it like mental health tax? Like
Yeah, it was
Like-
Yeah, but then that could be misconstrued all kinds of ways.
Why don't
but
they
like,
just call it the
sin
safety tax?
School safety
school
tax?
safety tax. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is
Cyber
because
safety tax? I
Yeah.
don't know.
for people like us, like we are fine with we don't believe that obviously video games leads to that type of violence or anything like that. But
Other
since,
things, yeah.
since it's a non-issue for us, I think it's nice because I think it does actually show that efforts are being made to the people who do believe that.
Yeah.
So the action itself can still be appreciated. You know,
It's
so
like it's not too far one way.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
good enough
And
to
it's a
service
non-issue to
everyone.
us. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt us to do it. So, but it makes the people feel who do believe that that it's causing
Like
violence.
when I was 15, I'd
Yeah.
be pissed because I put all my money into games back then, and
Right.
that's an extra $10. But
Yeah.
like,
But
Yeah,
to the parents
when I
who
was 15,
believe
the
that, it
games
makes
cost
them
$20.
yeah,
it does make them feel like action is being taken. You know, and that's the
Yeah,
important
and that's
part.
better.
So, yeah.
Well, Matt Resch says violence doesn't cause violence, lag does.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Says before they are scientists, are they students in training?
Jesus Christ.
Elasno said it should be a stupidity tax
called interns, but
for
yes,
parents
they are.
who do not parent.
yeah, I like that.
I like that, but how do
Stupid
you? How do
idiot
you?
parent
Yeah.
tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's any better than calling it syntax though.
Yeah.
I have a video to show you about parents that don't parent later, by the way. But yeah,
Can we just take the money from the syntax and just have them give it to Nogene since he breaks so much shit while playing video games?
this all goes into the Ate controller fund.
Yeah, just have them study the thought pattern.
Fully funded by the taxpayers in Pennsylvania.
Every 5 games gets Ate a free controller.
Oh my gosh. Or I feel like you need to put on one of those like inspirational songs in the background and stuff. Or
like a TV commercial.
every donation by you helps fund for a new controller for
For
Ate.
And,
Poor guy.
Yeah, so that's what's happening in Pennsylvania. If it's happening in Pennsylvania, it'll probably start happening everywhere, and hopefully they have better names for it than Pennsylvania.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Pennsylvania
honestly,
syntax.
screw you, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Like calling it
that's-
syntax
Yeah.
for having a mature content
You're a
game.
sinner.
You're a
That's-
if you have a mature game, you're a sinner.
You're a sinner. You like
Yeah.
Call of Duty, you sinner.
I'm
Yeah.
just imagining.
Go read the Bible. There's
That
plenty
might
of
be the
rated
most-
R, rated X things in the Bible too.
That might be the most Pennsylvanian way of saying bless your heart. Bless his
your
heart. Like
Bless his
you're
heart.
still your heart's in the right place, but you're still insulting me.
Yeah, you're still insulting me.
I'm just imagining a
still
bunch
loves
of.
you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. God still loves
I'm just
you.
Pay
imagining
this
a bunch
tax,
of
you're still
people.
gonna go to heaven.
We're gonna tax the sin away.
Yeah. Oh,
That's why we named it the syntax.
Oh no.
you pay this tax, you're going to heaven.
I'm just imagining a bunch of people in City Hall. And they're like, "Hey, boss, what do you want us to do with this money from with this money from the games?" They're just, "I'll just throw it in the sin bin. It's fine. Just
The sin bin.
Sin bin. That's
Gonna
terrible.
raise money for the next event. All right. So, it's time.
Oh, my bad.
for the
All I'm
series.
saying is if Dana Carvey
Or not.
doesn't present this bill to the Senate as church lady, I'm gonna be horribly disappointed. That's all I'm saying. All right. What do you say we get into the nitty gritty?
The serious.
Yeah, we
How do
can't
we-
we
how do
can't
we
make
used to say it?
we can't make jokes during this one, guys. Okay.
The
Like,
nitties, the nitties and the gritties.
the nits and the grits,
The nittiest of the
the
grits.
nitties to the grits.
Where the grits meet
I
the
just-
nits.
okay. I remember what this is now.
It's not about paladins. It's
No,
related to
it's
paladins.
about
Sort of.
Hi-Rez.
It's not
Um,
about tribes ascend.
Paladins are awesome.
Yeah, another.
It's my favorite role.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, but
Man, I am the Senate. Sorry.
What are they saying?
I am the sin.
I am the Senate.
I am the Senate. What What have you done?
Annie, no.
You have to get a little higher, Michael. It's
Yeah, I
Let's
can't.
move away from Kid Annie because it
I
doesn't
can't.
quite flow into this.
Yeah,
What
we
are
got
we
to
talking
stop.
We got to
We're
stop
talking
talking
about
about
Chris,
early
you need to
Annie.
stop talking. All right. Nitty Gritty.
Grits in the
The
nuts.
nuts and the grits. The
I don't like grits.
yeah, I
I
hate
still
talking
don't-
about this
I
stuff, but
still
we
don't
have
know
to.
what
We
grits
got to
are.
talk about it.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigations, they launched a 21-day
GBI.
operation. They called it Operation Interception. So many jokes around there. I gotta stop myself. Okay,
Were they intercepting things? People?
that was a bad joke. Mine
That's
would've
not a
been
joke.
better.
I'm asking.
Okay,
I'm curious
yeah, no,
about
no,
what
no.
this operation was about.
No, so there's a lot of Philip Rivers and Tony Romo's jokes. Like went through my head. Anyway, so they launched this operation to catch pedophiles attempting to meet children for sex, and it kind of spanned across a lot of things. And remember we had talked about a few months ago that people were starting to use Fortnite to
Do
lure
unspeakable
kids.
things?
Like
I
yeah,
remember.
to
I
lure
remember you
kids.
telling me about this online. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things happening. So they're targeting video games and things like that. They caught somebody that works at Hi-Rez. Hi-Rez are the makers of Smite. What's behind us?
Oh no.
Paladins.
Oh no.
Realm Royale.
Oh no.
Let's see, what was he?
Well, let's be first of all, let's be 100% open here. He was their VR community liaison.
Yeah, so
so
he's
he
a
wasn't-
community liaison
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he's a community liaison, which is a big role, but he wasn't in development of the games. He was
Yes,
like an
yes, yes,
outside
yes.
liaison
Yeah,
hire.
right,
So
right,
that's
right.
still connected to Hi-Rez, though, whether
Yeah.
you like it or not.
Nonetheless, yeah.
Well, he was employed by them. He just wasn't working on Smite specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but he was a community liaison, which means outreach,
Yep.
which means you have access to all these users, to
Yep.
people, because you're trying to reach them, and nobody's going to question you sending emails
To players.
for outreach
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
players,
Yeah,
no matter
yeah.
what age they are, really, because there's no minimum player requirement, like
Generally,
player
it's
age
been more
for
Yeah,
Smite.
right.
or
Generally, it's
for-
been more like honor system. You do this with the regards, like, how's the game? What could we improve? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that's what you communicate for.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yeah, but it's not odd for you to be sending messages out to users of all age because,
No, because-
users are of all age.
Yes.
You know, so.
Yeah. So
You know, 13 and older, as you have to agree on.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So apparently, and I'm gonna read this.
Right.
I'm just gonna read this from the article.
Go
It's
ahead,
by
go ahead.
VG247. His name is Thomas Chung. Was working on Smite for the past 4 months, and was previously heading up the community for Hi-Rez hero shooter Paladins. He's also a Twitch partner, who is well known for in-depth looks at the economy in World of Warcraft. Previously worked for CCP as a VR community contractor. So no, in this,
He's
he's
actually a
actually a
community.
community liaison, and he's worked on Paladins and Smite. He got busted, obviously, arrested, and at first they said, we don't know anything. Hi-Rez we don't know anything more than
And what the report
than
says.
what
Yeah.
you guys know on TV, because they didn't come to us and say, hey, do you
Like,
they
is it
just
okay if we
arrested
arrest
the guy.
him? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they
Yeah.
just did.
Uh,
They were saying, I think, in the article that they were intercepting people that had spoken to underage kids online. B, they had done it in a inappropriate fashion, and C, they had also driven to go meet these kids for whatever they were planning to do.
luring them to do
Yeah.
things.
Those were the criteria in which they apprehended all of these people, and I guess they said it was like during 21 different interceptions or apprehensions, and he was one of them.
It's terrible.
But that's insane.
Yeah, that's awful.
So they
So I was
fired
reading
him.
the chat.
correct?
Yeah, they fired him. They've apologized. They've done everything they can possibly
So
do.
we'll read the direct quotes from them from Hi-Rez. They said on Monday, February 4th, we learned through local news that Thomas Chung was arrested in an operation by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations.
learn that.
And this is from Stu Chisholm, CEO and president of Hi-Rez Studios. At this point, we only know what has been reported on the local news and by local law enforcement, and cannot comment on specifics of Mr. Chung's case, which they can't, other than to say, as of today, Mr. Chung is no longer employed at Hi-Rez Studios. right move.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Good job. You made the correct
yeah.
choice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of those things you don't mess around with.
Yeah, for sure.
You can, obviously, I guess innocent until proven guilty. That's how our judicial system works.
But
he can be innocent until proven guilty over there.
Yeah.
You don't
For
get
sure.
apprehended. You don't get
Yeah.
apprehended for that
You-
kind of
you
behavior.
can be
No.
over there.
You can be released and go do your thing somewhere else.
You
yeah.
can go have fun over there.
Yep.
In prison
We're not associating with you anymore.
Thanks
with
for-
Bubba,
With Bubba.
Yep.
your cellmate.
Popcorn, shrimp, grilled shrimp.
Yes, that's what I meant.
How dare you.
What he said was, as a parent, it's difficult to imagine how more disturbing allegations than those laid out in the news report, We commend the efforts of the Georgia Bureau of Investigations and other law enforcement to protect our state's children and to send a strong message that the behavior targeted in their Operation Interception will not be tolerated in Georgia.
Oh yeah, they're a Georgia
So
company.
we at the CCP games are shocked and appalled to hear this news regarding Thomas Chung, who worked with us as a VR community contractor from January 17 through November 17. We consider this behavior to be completely abhorrent and are reassured that the authorities have taken the appropriate action.
He in jail.
He in jail.
He in jail.
This is the scary thing. Like, glad that the Georgia
everyone-
Bureau of Investigations caught him.
Yeah, everyone's doing the right thing.
First off, yeah, they did the right thing. They fired him.
Yeah.
Thirdly, that they, well, okay. So I'm glad this all happened, that they were able to make this investigation, right?
Yeah.
They're also at this point, and this should be across the board, there needs to be a better checks and balances for somebody that's community outreach.
They
For
need
just
to be-
anybody in
Yeah,
general.
Yeah, they
But-
need to be
for
looking
sure.
into messages sent to players
Yes.
multiple times, not like just say whatever you want. Nobody's gonna check
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know. It's not specific as to whether he used work computers, work email. This could have been something he was doing on the side. So that's possible. So I don't know.
Yeah.
In all logic, you would expect him to not have done it on work accounts.
Yeah.
Like that's
How often they check? We don't know. So I could be
Yeah.
jumping the gun
he
here.
could be
I
stupid,
don't.
so he could have done it.
Actually, it's the opposite thought for me. 'Cause
What?
You'd think that he would use his Hi-Rez accounts to reach out to people.
That's
and
what
go under
I'm
the
thinking.
radar.
Like,
Yeah,
using
but
the-
I don't think he would do anything illegal through those accounts. He probably got their information through those accounts and maybe used some other type of
that's a good
service
point.
to communicate.
Yeah.
Because it would make no sense to do it in a way that other people could like spy on it and see it. But that's
Yeah.
that's just logic, and he could be an idiot. I don't know. The guy's a freaking weirdo.
No, but I do like
Yeah.
your train of thought that he would have used his resources of having all the information of all these accounts and knowing, because when you sign up for an account, you put your birthday in
yeah,
it.
it's all
you
there.
know?
Yeah.
Did it say whether he was
douchebag? He was a
Yes.
douchebag.
Did it say whether he was reported or whether they found it like going through his work computer and stuff like that or something?
didn't
They
find
don't
it at
know.
work.
They don't
Yeah,
know
they don't know
anything
yet.
beyond. They haven't released much more beyond the fact that it was just part of the investigation. I'm sure they're not going to release too much because they don't want
I was
other
gonna say,
people
if
to
they
know.
did
Yeah,
find
yeah.
something
how
on his
they're
work
getting it.
computers,
Because that's
they
what I'm
probably
saying,
aren't
it-
going to say it.
Well, that's what I was going to say is the likelihood, if he was reported, then obviously he was reported. But if he wasn't reported, he was probably using his work computer because somebody probably finally noticed it,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, otherwise, if he's doing it secretly from his own house, from
Well-
his own computer, how would anybody find out?
The way the article made it sound was they were like staging things. So just like
Oh, that's,
catch-
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
to catch a predator.
you
Yeah,
know?
that makes sense.
So
yeah.
the only way they found these guys were because they knew for a fact that they had done those three things.
Yeah.
Because they were
Yeah.
the ones communicating with
Gotcha.
them.
Gotcha.
So
yeah. So it was more than likely a like a
yeah.
staged catch kind of thing. Yeah.
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can imagine them doing this to 21 other people
Yeah.
in the span of like a month.
Yeah.
Like,
In which
they've
case,
been-
then he probably did use his resources to
yeah.
do it at home, basically.
Whether
so,
it was actual hardware of theirs or their
yeah, or
actual.
just the
And to
data.
be honest, though,
Yeah,
that
or-
really
Yeah.
shouldn't matter if it was done on the Smite computer versus his computer on another account.
Well, it
Like,
matters if they don't keep track of what their community
Yes,
liaisons
yes,
are
yes,
doing
you're
on
right,
their
right,
computers.
right.
Right.
That does matter.
Yeah, because then there's a hole in the system then at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So
okay. Well, I mean, I
This
feel like
kinda-
there's not a lot to say except for like F this. Like
This stuff pisses me off. Like
Yeah.
we've actually dealt with this. We had, and I won't go into it.
Oh.
Beyond, we had somebody that was actually a pretty close friend of ours
oh.
that got busted for this, and I've never been more sick in my life. Like as far as like sick to my stomach with emotion and anger, and
that's awful.
And literally, when I found out it was it's one of the most heart-wrenching things I've ever been through. And immediately block, delete him off everything, not talk, like, just like, I have zero tolerance for when something like, and it's even hard for me if he had been like proven innocent. It'd be really hard for me to be like, yeah, come here, because there's already like, that's like, there's no way I could not, like, it's just you
there was enough for you to have been brought forward for this, and that is enough in my mind to be like, I'm good, I'm out.
Technicality,
Like,
that's I don't.
No,
like,
for sure.
People make wrong decisions.
Yeah.
But to make a decision like that just is
There
different.
there
Like,
are
you don't.
there are wrong decisions, and then there are evil decisions.
Yes.
You know, and that's
there's
the
things
difference. You
that
know.
no sane normal person should or would ever want to do.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah. Wrong decisions are like putting your faith in Qui-Gon. This is an evil decision.
Hey, he's been a god. He's boxed wolves with little freaking glass bottles. He's been done all kinds of
And
stuff.
a guy with face tattoos took him out.
Yeah, right. Some guy with fake horns
More
and red
information.
paint.
More information Chris has.
So he was posing as a 14-year-old girl on a dating app called Whisper.
Oh, there's no.
Sweet baby Jesus.
There's no. No, you don't. You can't defend that.
Nope.
Whisper.
It sucks.
I got nothing. All I know is like this stuff like
It's horrible.
pisses me off. Like
That's
it's
horrible.
And there's really no debate here. Like there's no debate.
nothing
Like
to
the
debate,
Nitty Gritty
yeah.
usually has some sort of debate back and forth. There's no debate. It's just
This is garbage.
this is the grittiest thing that we had on the podcast. So this is obviously going to
The nitty and the gritty.
the
Yeah, there's
nitty
not a
gritty.
lot of
Like,
nits.
I think
but a
the
whole
only
bunch
I
of
think the
grits.
only
Yeah.
discussion you have at that point now is how do you protect your teenagers while from in the video gaming community, because we have kids, like our kids are going to become that age at a certain point. So what do we do? Like clearly
don't let them be on a dating app called Whisper.
Dude, you gotta
first of
gotta
all.
treat your
Sure.
kids.
Like that's the same thing as freaking not letting them play a mature game if they're not ready for it.
I mean, you gotta
Right.
have these conversations.
yeah.
Like my parents had these conversations
Yeah.
with me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understood the dangers, and I didn't do it because I understood
course.
the dangers. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do it because you told me not to. No,
Right.
it
Yes.
was you're being honest with me. You're telling me what could happen. I don't want that shit to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so,
all it is.
but
Like,
that's the important part is you need to be having these
Yeah,
discussions
yeah.
with your children, because when you don't have these discussions, kids are crafty. They're going to find ways to do these things because nobody has talked to them about this. No one has led them to believe it's a forbidden fruit to them.
Yeah.
Nobody has led them to believe that this is a subject that they can talk about.
they'll
you know,
break
so
a rule unless you explain
Yeah,
why
the-
it's a rule in the first
yeah, 'cause they don't
place.
even
Yeah,
understand-
Sometimes they might still break that rule.
Yeah,
they
but-
might still break the rule, but
But
at
this
least
is one of those that they
especially these types of rules, when you explain the severity of the consequences of these types of things, most kids, I would like to think, are going to understand the consequences to their actions and be less likely to take those. Not, they may still do it, but I mean, it's a matter of having these conversations with your kids, because your kids are not going to be under your care all the time. Like they're going to have times when you're not around, and you have to have these conversations to prevent these kinds of things from happening.
It's true. That is true.
Because and that's the problem is every parent thinks it'll never happen to my kid. It can't happen to my kid. Like I take
This is
good
a
care.
laughing matter now.
No, it's the
very
dumbest
serious.
mentality.
I know.
It's the dumbest mentality.
But you still you still have that type of thought process though. I mean, nobody would ever. I would never think that one of my kids would do something like this. Would be dumb enough to be lured into a dating app at 13. But you have to be prepared for that eventuality.
My
so you
kids
have
aren't
to have
getting
these
phones until they're
conversations.
at least 15.
Yeah, you have to have the conversations. Otherwise, you haven't even taken steps to try and prevent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I had to add to that.
No, that's fine. I
Discussion,
just
so-
I hate these conversations. Like,
Yeah.
I but it has to be
It has to
said.
happen.
Yeah, talk to your kids'
yeah,
parents,
talk
man.
to
You
your
gotta.
kids. You need to know what they're doing. You need to,
And you're not going to know everything you're doing because
Yeah.
kids sometimes are not going to tell you, but you do have to talk to them about the proper values and how to make decisions, because there are decisions that are going to come across their path that you can't always be there to control.
Yes.
They
And,
need to know how to handle those.
kids make a career of learning how to lie to their parents.
Mm-hmm.
We all did it. There's many things our parents don't know we did.
Right.
Sorry, Mom. And every
Sorry,
once in a
sorry,
while,
not
I'm not
sorry.
going to go into
Yeah,
specifics,
yeah.
but sorry.
Every once
Sorry,
in a while,
not
we let her
sorry.
know some of the things we did.
Yeah.
I was perfect.
Did you know? Here's a funny one to lighten the mood a little bit. I don't think she ever knew that
here you go, last name.
we used to take And I think all three of us were involved, all the brothers.
Why you just ratted your 2 other brothers out?
They're like,
yeah.
no,
They're not even here.
I'm not even here to defend myself.
You shut up.
No. All of a sudden, you're not live anymore.
Kyle's like, I'm going to go be a Padawan and training them out, guys.
Well, that's the thing. Says Matthew killed a guy at the Trident.
Where'd you even get
pretty
that from?
wanna stay low.
We used to take Dad's BB gun into our
not much
bedroom.
better.
Into our bedroom.
What the fuck?
And they didn't even know that we knew they had the BB gun. And then when they showed us that they had a BB gun, 'cause when they felt we were old enough, we were like, oh, this is cool. But we knew the entire
What's
time.
this called?
Yeah.
I've never
Is
seen
this
this.
how you load it? Weird.
We used to take it into our bedroom, but we were smart. Just remember, we were smart.
Yeah, bringing a BB gun in the house.
Yes.
Smart.
We would put like a playing card. We had we had a deck of cards that they never knew about that had multiple holes in it because we would take a playing card and put it on the bed with pillows behind it, and that we would create a shooting range in our bedroom.
Oh, you're like
And-
that guy who held up a Bible and then shot a magnum through it and it went straight through and he died.
Shooting into a pillow, not a person.
It's a BB gun into
That was
pillows,
a big jump.
and we were all actually pretty good shots.
I thought that was a
But-
desert. I thought that was a desert eagle.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm just giving this example, and my mom's probably like shaking her head and like those little sons of. Like, and
yeah,
that's
by the way,
funny.
they shot BBs into your pillows. If you've ever found holes in your pillows, that's why.
Yes,
Because
No,
Ate
they're not-
wasn't
they're
as good
not-
as a shot as he thought he was.
They weren't gonna break through the fabric. Well, they
I'm gonna hit.
yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the heart. Right through the pillow.
Well, that's the thing. So I can confirm the BB gun story. So this happened multiple
Uh-oh.
times.
Why are
and
they
this is,
deny?
Yeah, yeah.
Ate's at work just crying. He's like, God,
What
why?
did Ate say? Oh, he said shots, 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 shots.
Everybody.
So I bring the story to show that I know my mom watches this show, and she's watching right now, knows something that she did not know we were doing.
No comments so
because
far.
we were smart about it, and you make a career hiding things from your parents. That's just what you do. That being said, we were still intelligent because our parents still prepared us enough to know not to do things so stupid that we would put our lives in danger, or
That's all you got, buddy. That's it.
No, I'm reading the chat. It's hilarious. Okay,
By the way,
so
Lasner, they could have shot their eyes out. They don't
you'll
realize
shoot
that.
your eye out.
I'm just waiting
movie.
for the door to swing open.
So-
and the
She's
last
like, yeah.
one
We were like,
bursting
what
in.
you do?
Spartan kicks
With
it
the
down.
BB gun,
Like,
start shooting Matthew.
ah, you like that now? Huh? Yeah, real
So-
fun.
Those pillows were 900 count.
Yeah.
900.
I bring this up to show that you're not going to know everything. As per usual, you're not going to know everything your kids do, but you should be training them to not do things like get themselves in this kind of trouble. This is a whole nother level of not ours. I've refrained from calling it innocent. It was innocent fun, but we obviously weren't innocent because we were breaking the rules. But it was more innocent fun that we took precaution and measures to make sure that we weren't getting hurt, people weren't getting hurt. Unlike the next story that
Playing
Joseph brought in
cards-
here,
Playing cards
he
with
said,
pillows.
well, that thing said, Matthew broke my foot at the age of 9. We lied and said I tripped, got away with it. We are great liars. Our mom now
He's gonna be
knows.
flipping out right
she's gonna
now,
be flipping out.
man.
Okay,
Oh,
that
God.
story was, I did not break his foot, by the way.
You didn't pile drive his foot, you sure?
No. I did
Sounds like
choke
something
slam
you
him
do.
into the floor once, and Mom never knew that either. But
Oh, God, Alonzo, I'm so sorry.
She's
Today's
like,
not the best day.
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Sign out.
Yeah. No, that was Joseph went to kick me, and I blocked it with my shin, and his foot broke.
Matthew shins
So
stronger than metal.
Technically, I broke his foot, but this
Dude,
was a
he must have
mutual.
really been trying
Yeah,
to
yeah, but it
sweep the
wasn't a
leg.
mallet.
That
It,
wasn't
like, you
like
didn't grab his
I
foot
wasn't
and
ankle
snap it,
locking
like-
him and went.
Say, Uncle, he's like, Uncle, I didn't hear it.
This was
Choke slam was so funny.
yeah, because the choke slam we were doing WWF wrestling because back then it was called WWF and we were fully into it and we went for the choke slam and he jumped with me and we went full high and I just went boom and he went the wind got knocked out of him and he was like
He's on the ground crying.
he was like, no,
Worth
and
it.
like I slammed him really hard and when I saw the air go out I was like
Uh-oh.
You saw his soul.
like,
leave his body.
yeah. and then when
Strange shit.
I was waiting for him to catch his bearings, and I was like, I'm in trouble. This is how I go down.
Yep.
I'm dead.
It was a good run.
He's back up. He's like, okay, I'm good. He looks up. Matthew jumps off the bed.
You good?
5-star
You
frog
good?
splash.
You good? You good? Let's pick his elbow.
So the reason I and all my thought process happened in like 3 seconds, because after he caught his breath again, he looks up at me, he just starts laughing, and I was like, okay, we're good, and he's laughing.
He looks up to Matthew doing the Nacho Libre.
Oh no!
That's probably the best choke slam in history.
All right, can we?
So
can
hold
we-
on. So
I'm
Elasno
laughing too
actually
hard, I
has
can't
a
breathe.
Elasno actually has a response. She said,
good.
Stupid stuff kids do at home
There we
is
go.
one thing. Kids running off to meet pedophiles is an entirely different situation. Yeah, because you haven't taught them the
Right,
dangers
that's-
of going out to meet somebody you've never met and you meet online. And by the way, you're 14 years old, 12, whatever.
Yeah.
It's dangerous when you're freaking
You-
an adult. It's dangerous when you're an adult to go
Yeah.
meet somebody online
Yeah.
that you never met, because that's how you see
You
those
still.
unfinished case files. What are those? Those
God,
cold
thanks.
case files. Like
Yes.
that's like you.
Yes.
Yeah. You still have to teach them and equip them with the proper tools to be able to make these decisions. When a baby touches a fire for the first time, you don't call them a stupid baby for making a bad decision.
God,
they
Michael.
touch it, they
don't.
realize it was bad, and then you don't do it. You go, okay,
Michael's
so
like, I learned that through practice.
Right,
You don't
so-
say that to your baby.
no, but
Elasno said.
Baby get
Hold
near the
on.
fire, Michael?
Elasno said, and by the way, you all just lost a future Christmas present. So
wow.
long overdue.
But the point is that when they
Okay.
make mistakes, you
Just
equip
throwing
them.
you under the bus.
No, I know, right? You equip them with the proper tools to be able to make the proper decisions for when these types of situations. You can't equip them for every decision they're ever going to make, but you do have to, like you said, your parents equipped you with the logic and the thought process to understand that there is something beyond the decision that I am making.
Yes.
So lots of times these quote unquote stupid kids have not been taught that lesson yet,
Yes.
to think
You
beyond
should
the
teach them beyond
consequences
the
of their
danger
action.
Don't touch a stove.
Right.
Okay, so a kid, and I have kids, and
Yeah.
you tell them don't
I've
do
owned
something.
pets.
When you shut up. When you tell them not to do something, they wait till you look away and do this, and
Yeah.
then you turn around, they're like,
Yeah.
so like
yeah.
they pull their hand back. You have to explain to them like you could get really hurt. You
Right.
know, stay with me. You do not walk away because
Yeah.
somebody could take you and I could never see you again.
Exactly.
You have to explain to them why you don't want to do these things.
Because
if you
every-
want to meet somebody and have a relationship with them in high school, let's do this safely.
Right.
We're going to meet the person, meet their parents, make sure they're not a 40-year-old Asian dude on Whisper. You
Yeah.
know, so
Because every part of that explanation process is understanding that there is something beyond it. Rather than just them understanding that there's an action that is
Yes.
performed, they now understand that there is always a consequence or a repercussion of some sort that comes from their actions. So everything from when they are children, we are teaching them that there is something beyond it, and a lot of those kids haven't been taught that. So, your parents step up, teach them the consequences of their actions sometimes.
Yeah.
I have a
Well,
good
that's-
example and supplementary story.
Oh my God,
Continue
we have
to
got
read
to
that.
move
Can
on.
we wait till we call on you, Chris?
I was raising my hand and you ignored it.
Exactly.
Keep raising.
So that's how the hand system works. You raise it and we call on you. If we don't, we
All right, I'm
move
just
on.
go ahead and click outro now.
Joseph, well, this thing said, remember when Matthew punched a hole through the door and we put a poster over it and he's dying laughing. Elasno said, please, I knew about him punching holes. Okay, first off, it was one hole and you didn't know about it. Well, this thing said, you found out, but years later, I did not put the hole in the bottom of the door. That was Ate kicking the door.
She runs
And I
in the
think it
room,
was
she sees
multiple
the hole at
doors.
the bottom,
This
like,
is
what?
This
Yes.
is slowly devolving into the brothers just ratting
Yep.
each other out for things.
May or may not find like 50 gold bars into the house.
Yeah.
I don't know where
I don't
this
know.
came from. Crazy story. Next podcast. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so teach your kids
Yeah. Have conversations.
how to avoid this kind of thing, obviously. And
Yeah.
we have to be more aware. Like, this guy was doing this under somebody's nose.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously crafty. Like, but there's got to be red flags somewhere. Like, there's,
Sure.
I think,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if you're doing a background check on somebody like this, I don't know. But, anyways,
All right.
Yeah, we could go into more of it, but
yeah,
I think
that's
that
the
gets the
nitty-gritty.
message.
That's
Yeah.
that's not something we like to talk about.
Have the
but
tough
at least
conversations.
what I do enjoy about this one is we were able to have some joking moments in it because I like that's really a really hard thing to talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
So what this thing said, our mother's strategy was just to show us as many cold case file episodes and serial killer
That shit
documentaries
is-
to scare
is
us straight.
scary.
It's true. Like we watched that stuff when we were kids, and like that's an eye
But that
Like,
is
remember,
a
don't
way
go
of
outside
teaching
to get the mail, son.
consequences. Like
Yeah.
that is a way of teaching consequences. You know.
Chris, if it's quick, go for it.
Go over.
So, in terms of teaching consequences,
Quick.
I work at a machine shop.
Yes.
And we do a lot of metal work. There's a machine called the Time Saver. It's essentially a belt sander on a conveyor belt, and you tighten the sander to go down, depending on how much metal you want to shave off of something.
Sure.
We taught a brand new guy to the shop.
God, he's gonna like sand
Check
off his
this-
arm.
Check the size. Do not make sure it is not too tight. There's a little gauge on the side to make sure that you have enough clearance.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough clearance, metal will shoot out, and it can kill someone.
Yep.
He didn't listen, and we saw him getting
And
on
you
the time.
told him it could
Yes.
kill somebody?
Yes. We saw him getting on the time saver. He over tightened it, and we could see it. So in the shop, we called out time saver. Everybody just went. We all
Clear the
moved.
floor. Yeah.
And he learned the hard way because his little piece of like steel. It was a flat bar of steel, and it shot out and dented the router.
Oh God, I thought you were gonna say it like Gordon.
I know. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh no,
And,
somebody died.
It shot out.
Jeez.
Hit the router, dented the router, glanced up into the ceiling, and stuck in the ceiling.
Woo. Yeah.
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 And he was like, I didn't know that would happen. And we're like, we told you it would happen.
I told you. I warned you.
Anyways, so
Yeah,
how about
anyways.
we move into the claw? This is this is that's good. This is an acronym for the chat lobby asks. This is where we turn the show over to you. Let's make these lighthearted conversations, please.
Let's talk about lightheartedness
yeah.
of the original Origins movie
Oh,
with
God.
Wolverine.
There we go.
How crappy those claws were.
Sweet
Yeah.
baby.
Anyways,
Jesus.
talk
Talking
about-
the one with Ryan Reynolds, right?
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Anyways,
Okay. I
It
was like,
Deadpool when
what?
they were trying to
Yes.
make him
Yeah.
Deadpool,
Yeah. I got
but
you
not
now.
quite.
Anyways,
Okay. Yeah.
This is the part where we turn the show over to you. Whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat, we'll talk about it. We'll open it up for, sometimes it lasts for 30 seconds, sometimes 30 minutes. Hopefully not that long, because we've already been on for like 2 hours.
Sweet Jesus, we have.
Yeah,
haven't we?
yeah. So whatever you guys want to talk about, it's your floor. I said their floor, Chris, not yours.
Okay, fucker.
Okay, Chris, what do you want to say?
What shows have you guys been watching lately?
Oh, Mass Singer, Titan Games.
That's
Is
the
it
one.
bad that I've never heard any of these shows he just brought
That's
up?
the one
They're
with the
awesome.
Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Titan
that
Games
was
is
really
awesome.
good. Yeah, that's really good.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You always are.
See, for me right now, it's all
Brooklyn
about the
Nine's
Orville. I just picked up.
Oh,
the
Orville
Oh,
as well.
really?
Yeah, I
You
just
just
picked up
got
the
it?
Orville. Yeah, well,
Okay.
because I didn't want to pick it up. I was like, I don't
like-
like Seth MacFarlane.
Okay.
I don't like Family Guy. I don't
But
like
it's
those types
good.
of things.
Yeah.
But it is fantastic.
His humor is just very like. It's weird seeing him in a show.
Right.
Because in my imagine, I was like, he's gonna be doing all these one-liners
Yeah.
from Family Guy.
Yeah,
and it's
like,
not gonna be
I-
funny.
like, I
He's
don't
gonna-
wanna watch
he's gonna look at
that.
the camera
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of humor, but he does a fantastic job at slipping a little bit of humor in there while simultaneously actually
snarky-ass comments.
yeah,
and we
while
like it,
simultaneously having a really
like
like
he
well
actually
done
cares
thought
about this
processed
show.
show,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Yeah.
there are
Alright.
some hard questions
Well,
in there.
that's the thing. His first topic is this is our first topic from the
I want
chat.
to talk about shows.
Okay, well, this is our
Go
first.
ahead, Whoop. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's our first topic from the chat.
Forget it.
Um,
I'll fall on
he
my
says,
training Padawan sword.
okay. Favorite superhero. Matthew can't choose Batman or Nightwing.
Oh,
That's
thank
bull.
God! Thank
Bull.
God!
I'm literally
'Cause
wearing.
That's all Matthew ever chooses.
I mean,
Oh.
when you have a favorite, isn't that the exact
Or
point of a
Spider-Man.
favorite? You can't do that to me. All right.
You get Cyclops and you like it.
No. If I'm not allowed to choose Batman,
I like Angel.
Nightwing,
You're
or
a
Spider-Man,
bird!
yeah, Batman, Nightwing, or Spider-Man, somebody else has to go first because I have to think about it.
Mine's
You don't
been
get an
Iron
answer
Man.
'cause you don't
Mine's
even
been Iron Man
have
since I was
superheroes.
5 years old. I've liked Iron Man since I was a little kid, and I found my first Iron Man action figure that some other kid lost at a playground. I found in the sandbox, and that was like my favorite thing forever. So it's been Iron
Nice.
Man since the beginning.
That's cool.
All right.
Mine's pretty bland. I was trying to think of a unique one that I do like, but mine's pretty bland. It's Captain America.
But
one of
Captain
those
America,
guys.
no, Captain America's not bland. He's got
No,
some
no,
of the
I didn't say
greatest
he was
story
bland.
arcs.
I know,
I
but
didn't
it's
say
like-
he was bland. I'm just saying a lot of
It's
people
just-
love
it's
Captain
just
America.
so
You know,
easy to like.
You could
Yes,
say
Captain
obvious.
America.
Can
Obvious is a better
sure,
word,
yeah,
'cause
yeah,
bland
yeah,
is
yeah.
more like
yeah.
Can I just
Jubilee
point
from
out-
X-Men.
Sure. Yeah. But I just like what he stands for. He's a wholesome superhero. You know,
Yeah.
like I think he has a great story to him. I think he is
Legit
kind
the
of what we
epitome of
all.
everything humans could be.
Yeah, he's what we all want to strive to be. So that's what I like. That's why I like Captain
the
America.
thing says Jay Garrick Flash.
That's
okay.
a good Flash.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know for me. Chris, who's your favorite superhero?
Agent Venom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've been getting really into the new Agent Venom comics.
That's what you want. No, I'm just kidding.
Michael,
Well, that's the
Michael's
thing,
such
so-
a basic B, man. Captain America, Qui-Gon Jinn, basic B.
Well, so what was the thing said?
Look, I
Blandis
could have picked.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
I could have picked Superman. All right, like I could have gone super basic.
Okay, that's like if anybody says Superman's their favorite hero, it's like get the fuck out.
I know, right? See,
You're only
so
choosing that because he's
count your-
legit got like almost every power.
everybody. Yeah, count
Because
your
he's legit
blessings.
one
All
of the
right.
first superheroes and has actually excellent
I'm
stories.
sorry, I
Yeah.
still think they
Yeah.
cop the fuck out with that. Like they're like,
Watch
hey,
your
let's
mouth.
let's make superheroes, but let's make one that's got like,
Hey, Robert.
It
quick
was
question.
it was one of the first ones, so it was like literally,
well,
let's
you
make
would
him
think-
super.
Yeah,
What's super?
You're right.
Give
Yeah.
him
But
cool
they made
abilities.
everything about him super.
His name is Superman. It's inherent in the
Man,
Yeah, can you just be like,
Superman.
Superman who doesn't know how to manage money or something. Like,
I
can he
mean,
have
He
some
has
weakness?
weaknesses.
Yeah, look.
Obviously, his weakness is his vocabulary because he thinks S stands for fucking peace. Just saying.
Okay, all
That
right,
was a
all right.
horrible joke,
Yeah.
you did.
Whatever.
Watch your damn mouse. Holy crap.
Sorry.
It's so
Anyway,
nice to
Dave,
hear
we're
that said
upset
to
about
somebody else other
Superman.
than me. Like,
Also,
Also,
like been super reserved today.
Michael,
Nice.
Because he's actually following the rules.
I just want to point out the
favorite
shortcoming
Yes.
of your favorite superhero.
Karate.
sorry, what was it?
I want to point out the shortcoming of Captain America. His shield's the size of a dinner plate. You can shoot him in the knees. No one does, but you can.
That's fair. That's fair.
Captain America movie. He's running through with like the.
Oh, all right, I'm done.
He gets
Sorry,
hit
guys.
With the laser gun. He's like, well,
Soldier on without me.
Goes on me.
Yeah, that's fair. But he also has like the ridiculous healing too. So
really? Well, that's a thing. Really?
I think
He's
he'll be
my
all right.
favorite sidekick in training. So done with this right now.
Yeah, and well, that's
Welcome
right.
to my life for Qui-Gon
Hold
for the
on.
last 10 years, buddy.
10 years. That movie's been out since 2001.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Well, that's the thing. Says the S stands for hope. He's right.
yes,
still
yes, he is.
improper.
Yes, he is.
I've never
It's a
seen hope
symbol
spelled with
in
an S
another
my life,
language.
but whatever.
What was it?
I've never seen hope spelled with an S in my life.
It's
but
a
No,
that's-
it's
symbol
a
in
symbol.
another
It's a
language.
It's a
Kryptonian
joke.
symbol. So.
God, people.
Come on, Robert.
You guys don't
We're
joke
trying to
about
be
Star
serious
Wars,
here.
so we don't joke about superheroes.
Yeah, we joke about
There's no
Star Wars.
jokes.
So wait, a Kryptonian symbol is a part of the English alphabet as well?
No, it's their
Sure.
alphabet.
It's there.
Yeah, are you? Yeah, are
Do you
you?
understand that
Do you know how
alphabets are
many?
more than
Do you
just
know how
ours?
many Viking runic symbols look exactly like our English alphabet?
And they mean something completely different.
These guys are-
Bingo!
Got you there.
Blow.
Blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Fantasy Footballers,
I would say
who never watched this.
Oh yeah, we still haven't gotten Matt's answer yet.
because I don't. I'm torn.
Say Cyclops. Say Cyclops.
Well, it's one of
He's gonna say Wolverine.
2 X-Men.
Say Gandalf.
Yeah, he's gonna
That's
say
the
Wolverine.
issue.
You say Gandalf? Oh, I
Gandalf.
was like, did you say Gandalf? Oh my gosh! I thought you were gonna say Gandalf. I was like, oh man.
Matt, please say your favorite X-Men is Angel. I need it to be Angel.
Poor Matt.
Or
I
Gambit.
really loved Angel for a long time. I still love Angel.
But he's a bird.
and it's, no, it's-
Which is awesome.
And
Yellow bow.
beyond Angel, it was Archangel. that I
Yeah,
liked
for sure,
much
dude.
more.
That was awesome.
I would. So I'm torn between the guy behind us. That, by the way, Wolf, that thing wants you to move your head slightly so he can see
Yeah,
the hunk.
okay, yeah,
see the hunk
Wolverine's a
behind
good
you.
choice.
He wants to see the hunk behind you.
I'm right here, bro.
Behind you.
Oh.
I wear it on my sleeve, man. He ain't behind me.
It is between
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Good, you
See,
got it.
Wolverine has more story to him, so
True.
there's more for me to fall in love with. There's also more for me to fall in love with because if you look at that guy, I mean, damn.
You gotta move it over a little bit more, Michael.
You got it more than
Little down. There we go. Now move it up and down. There
Well,
you go.
that's the thing. Says my favorite superhero is Hugh Jackman's abs.
That's true.
So it's between him and Gambit.
Oh, I knew when I
Yeah.
said Gambit,
Because-
your eyes lit up. I was like, I knew he was going Gambit.
Because-
Gambit's pretty
He's like,
sick. Yeah.
I throw things, like playing cards.
Yeah.
No, his power is actually
Like, you know.
his power is awesome. He can turn everything, and most
I
people don't
take
know the science
kinetic
behind
energy
it.
and I turn it into
But no, you took potential energy.
staff.
You turn potential energy into kinetic energy that's actually like
And
it's
then I throw
formed,
things
and you can and
really
beyond
hard.
the cards are a man. What he uses as a
manifestation of it,
vessel.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
vessel, and they work well because he can throw them. But he can do it to anything.
Yeah.
You know, I've
You
read
know,
books.
greeting
I've read
cards,
books where he
shadows.
literally like got in a fight in a store. Like remember when Wolverine got in a fight with the Blob, and and he just powered up a shelf and then
Shoved
freaking
it,
knock
yeah.
it over, and now that's a bigger explosion because of the mass of the. So if you look at the mass of a playing card and how that can make explosions and actually
Think
do
about
a
how
lot
big
of
an
damage.
explosion a shelf would
If
be,
he
yeah.
Yeah,
if he
for
powers
sure.
something else bigger, it's even crazier than his staff and he was just cool.
Yeah,
you
to
know,
me,
his
he was-
Those
accent.
fingerless gloves, That's
Yeah,
He was always-
just a badass.
He was always cool because of the
so
staff.
he
That's
can
where my
grip
love
things.
for
He's
He's like, oh, you can't forget my staff.
the bow staff was just in the video games when you played with him with a bow staff, just whipping that thing around and everything.
Yeah.
It was the
I
same
love
thing
how
with
his only
Donatello,
scene
man,
in
dude.
The
Like,
origin movie is him slamming the staff on the ground, and it's like you're
Yeah.
not gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it pissed
You're
me
not
off
gonna do
when they
more
didn't
cool stuff with Gambit?
yeah, I'm like, come on,
And then the
man.
Gambit movie
Like,
got canceled, and I was pissed. But I
Yeah.
didn't really want to see Channing Tatum as Gambit either. So
That would've been
That's
weird.
actually a
Imagine-
good thing.
I imagine Gambit is like lanky. out ripped,
don't you mean
like, that's so
Just
weird.
imagine-
Channing Tate
Tate
Yum?
Yum?
Yeah, Channing Tate Yum.
Just imagine he yoked out Gambit though.
Yoked out.
Yoked
out.
That was a
Yoked.
weird emphasis.
Him,
All right. Anything else in the claw? Oh, did you see you said Agent Venom. Yeah, that's right.
hey, it's Frank Castle wearing the Venom suit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The Punisher is sick.
Yeah.
I always thought Bullseye was pretty dope, but nobody ever gave him credit. It's not the
He
most
is
crazy
cool.
power, but it's pretty helpful, like almost all the time.
I mean, he's just the Arsenal. It's the
Pretty
same.
sick, man. He never
Well,
misses.
like,
bro.
well, no, what I
Never
mean is like,
misses.
Bullseye is cool, but
He never misses.
he's just
I always
he's just
liked,
another rendition of other characters that already exist. Like,
I always liked Psylocke. I always thought she was pretty badass.
you just
Yeah.
thought she was hot. There's a difference.
No, that freaking pink sword, dude. That thing was sick. But yeah, she was very hot.
Wolf, that's the thing. Says Law's Bullseye. And
Hey,
just,
hey, you know what? Okay. If you put him against
Listen,
Daredevil,
man,
you
listen,
should have beaten a
listen,
blind
man.
man every day of the damn week.
every
okay?
time, you don't understand. Every time Colin Farrell did this, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. You don't understand.
Oh man, that
Do
was
not.
fantastic.
Do not knock
I
Bullseye.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's great.
Remember he killed that old lady with a freaking paper clip?
No, it's
She's just sitting there. She's
no,
like,
it was the M&M. Wasn't it the M&M? He
oh
bounced
yeah,
off.
he flipped the M&M.
Yeah. Mhm.
Still, the other guy, paper clips in the
yeah.
jugular is pretty crazy too.
can we just talk about how
Also,
disappointing-
Hawkeye's one of my. So Ate said Superman, Green Arrow, or Iron Man. Hawkeye's one of my favorite, but Hawkeye from the comics when he actually had a sense of humor.
Yeah,
and
Hawkeye's awesome.
Yeah,
was
not
trained
the-
by the circus and actually had cool things, not just the super serious, bland character they made him in Avengers, the
I love
MCU.
Ate.
Hey,
Yeah.
leave Jason
I love
Bourne
Ate.
alone, all right?
Ate goes from Superman to guy who's really good with the bow. Like he's got a range.
Yeah, he's got
Like, I
a
love Ate
range.
'cause
Yep.
He loves heroes for more than just their powers. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
because my guy that has no superpowers, and you said I can't pick him, you son of a.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but he's got that utility
You're a
belt.
hypocrite.
He's got the
damn
utility belt.
He's a billionaire who's got an excess of cash, okay?
Oh man.
Oh, is that what?
Hey, Iron Man's smarter than
A
Batman.
billionaire with an excess of
Continue
cash?
with the redundancy.
Did you say
He's a billionaire?
Did you say a billionaire with an excess of
cash?
cash?
Hey, Donald Trump's a
Man,
billionaire, but he's
Hey.
a poor billionaire.
that's
you know
fair.
that?
That's a valid. Yeah, that's all right. All right, I
What'd
got
you say?
you. I got
Hey,
you.
hey,
He said Trump's
He's
a
a-
billionaire, but he's got no cash.
He's a
So-
billionaire in
Not true,
training,
Scott.
Rob Dog. Let it go. Come on.
I remember my first $3 billion.
Hey, does that make him president-elect in training too?
All right. Anyways, anything else you guys want in here to talk about,
Hawkman.
or we're gonna shut it down? We'll give you 30 seconds to come up with a new topic. Go.
Hawkman?
Hawkman. He's cool.
Hawkman.
Are you guys
Oh, I was like, what? Is that a thing? Like, did I
Yes,
miss?
it's a thing.
Is it really?
Part of the Justice League.
Oh, I had no idea. That's cracks me up.
Aquaman.
Trading thing's a big fucking laugh, but you don't know Hawkman.
Okay, first of all, yeah, I was gonna say, first of all,
Hawkman
that's a
is on the
thing.
WB
A Padawan in
Saturday
training
morning,
is
what the
not a
hell?
thing. Shenanigans.
No Gene says favorite book. Go. I know I have my answer.
Favorite book?
Yeah.
Oh
But-
God, what? There's like, how are you gonna narrow it down to one?
I already did, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Don't look at me. I'm
Yep.
not ready yet. Fuck. Oh, East of Eden.
East of Eden.
East of
Boom.
Eden.
Favorite book. Chris, go.
Dark Tower.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Dark Tower. They made a movie out of it.
Oh. Are you
Matthew
kidding me?
McConaughey. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay.
What's Matthew McConaughey's favorite Pokemon? Right on.
Oh my god.
Well,
good
that's the
one.
thing. Says, to be fair, Hawkman was gone in comics for a long time. That
but it's
only defends him
Hawkman.
if he read comics ever.
Hey,
Just going off movies.
I feel like Hawkman
Like
was
he
on
does,
TV a
doesn't-
shit ton.
best
At least I remember
comic book
seeing
character
it on
ever.
TV a shit ton.
Best comic book character ever is Kite Man.
Girl.
Am I gonna take yours? Wait,
Nope,
did
and
I-
I'm saying mine first. All right.
Don't,
my favorite
don't you
book
do
of all
it.
time.
Don't you do
say
it.
50 Shades
Wait,
of
hold on. Like, I'll write it down or something so you know that I was thinking about
No,
it for
that's
sure.
too late.
No, I'll know
Or do
by
you
your
trust me?
reaction. I'll know
Okay,
by-
all right, okay, all
I'll
right.
know by your reaction.
All right.
My favorite book of what's the thing's favorite book of all time is Prisoner of Azkaban. That's a close
a
one.
good- that's a good book.
up there,
Please
probably
tell me,
top
Are you
3
really
for
gonna
me.
choose a Harry
a
Potter
good
book
book.
too?
No.
Okay, I was gonna be like, I get if I would have
And
known that
who
was a
cares
valid
if I
choice.
do?
And what's wrong
At least
with
I know
you?
what a Padawan is.
I feel like choose a book that isn't mainstream, man.
Listen, you probably haven't finished a
Oh,
book because
man.
it's sitting there with The Last of Us. So I don't.
Oh!
Hey,
I
say
read.
something?
I'm well readed. I'm well readed.
Many chapters, just not of the same book. And is that a crime? Probably.
Can I say something
Not.
that's gonna make everyone here mad at me?
You will anyways.
I haven't read or seen any of the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you sweet,
my
poor, deprived child.
You didn't vet this guy
What
before you
is
brought him to
wrong
us?
with you?
Not even trying to save my own butt here, but can I just say that's way worse than Padawan in training?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, all
I've
right,
not
yeah, that's
seen Lord of the
fair.
Rings.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
fair.
bad.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, another add-on. I've watched them in pieces, but I've never wanted to.
That's
finish
not
any of
helping
them.
you.
No.
Because
Yeah,
if
okay.
you watch them in pieces, you should have seen the whole damn thing by now.
I didn't enjoy
It's
them.
that hooking that you
Don't
should
be
have
a
seen.
Robert. Finish things.
Finish things, yes.
I finished the last one.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
haven't
Said
seen
Chris
that.
is the worst.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Elastin wants to know, should I encourage your father to watch his podcast,
Heck
Matthew?
yes.
Yeah.
It's a great podcast.
Just tell him that sometimes people slip with their cursing.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Matthew's father.
I'm
I hope
trying to
you
make
still
this a
respect me
family-friendly
like I
podcast.
respect you.
He doesn't.
I still respect
My
me.
favorite book, because I don't want him to take mine, of all time.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Twilight.
Yes. How did you know?
Oh, my God.
Ender's Game.
You son of a bitch! Oh, you suck!
That is-
You suck so bad! That was the one I was gonna take! Come on!
Elementary through middle.
I should have
It took you that long to finish
done.
it.
Oh, no, I just
You suck! Oh man!
That is my favorite
Oh
book
God!
of
When
all
he
time.
kicks that kid in the groin and he lifts off
When
the
you
ground,
said- when
and
he
then they
said
don't have the
favorite
heart
book-
to tell him he's dead.
That was the first one that
Oh.
came to my mind, but I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna give myself a few seconds,
Yeah.
see if I can think of it. Oh,
I knew it right away.
He
suck,
killed
man.
the middle schooler by kicking him in the
Dang
nuts
it.
so hard.
No, it's because he went back into him with his head.
Yeah, no,
into his
he
nose.
doesn't. Yeah,
he
it's-
did kick him in the groin.
He kicks
but
him in the nuts, but it's because
it's when
he falls back and he hits his head on the shower on the
Yeah, but
on
what
the
when he
started
had
that?
on the thing.
What
So-
started that?
And
was
when
the
he
kick,
had-
A good kick in the
yes,
nuts.
and when
That's
he
what started
headbutted
that.
him, he fell back.
Yeah,
so,
but it started with the good kick in the nuts.
yeah, for sure.
No
Real
Gene's favorite book is Ender's Shadow.
Yeah,
which is
also a
good.
great book. Yeah,
Follows the character of Bean.
Yeah.
And
then you have the one that we all love,
Names
which
their
is
Kid Bean in
which
the
is the
future.
one we all love, which is Speaker of the Dead.
He says I prefer Speaker in the Dead for Ender Saga. Made me cry so bad.
yeah, for sure.
I love all the so I think my reasoning for Ender's Game, because those other books mentioned are amazing.
Yes.
My reasoning for it was that was the first book that introduced me to this universe.
Yeah.
This parallel or futuristic
Okay, I got one.
Earth that we live in.
Yeah.
That they live in. The depth of the story was insane. Was
Not to
amazing.
mention the cliffhanger
and
at the end. It was just
and being like, when I read it, obviously I wasn't the age of Ender because he was like 6 years old. So
I was.
yeah. So, but you could still relate to a kid doing something more than what we're told to do and just go to school. And that, like,
That's what we all wanted to
yeah.
be.
Did you ever feel
know?
like even though you read Ender was younger, you still felt like he was your age
Yes.
at the time? You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
knew he
probably
was
'cause it
younger,
was
Yeah, yeah,
but I
for
still
sure.
imagined
Can
like
I-
this is someone my age.
Yeah.
Can I change my book actually
Too late.
to a
Hold
series?
on. Last note says I was referring to the secrets you boys revealed. Yeah, go for it. I wouldn't have revealed them if I didn't
fine.
care if you guys knew. So, you want to change your book, Chris?
I actually really like. Well, it's a complete collection because it's all 3 of the books, but it's the City of Ember trilogy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a really good. That's a really good series. I like that one. I have mine, and again.
It can be Ender's Game, but
No, Ender's Game is fantastic, and that is probably my
Ender's
favorite book.
Game.
But just for the sake of the
Can't be an Ender's
game,
book.
Yeah.
just for the sake of the game, I'm gonna pick a different one. And for me, it's The Hobbit, because
That was
the
a tough read
for-
when I tried that in middle school.
well, because for me, it's for nostalgia
I read that in
purposes.
4th grade.
good for you,
You
man.
illiterate son
I
of a...
was like ADHD. Okay, I was ADHD times 10, so I'm like sitting there trying to focus on one thing. It's impossible.
Yeah, for me it's nostalgia because
just
that
blame it on the
was
ADHD.
right after I was adopted and I came out here. That was one of the first books that I pulled off my dad's shelf, and he had the full blown leather bound version with the gold leafed edges, the gold leaf pages and everything and stuff. And he got super pissed off at me when I pulled it off the shelf to start reading it.
Because
And
it
he
was a
can't-
special
because it was a
edition.
super
Yeah,
special
yeah.
edition. Like it meant the world to him, and he used to read it to my brother and sister when they were kids in the rocking chair, and he would read it to them and everything and stuff.
But he
Super
never
special.
joined you in your closet to read it.
But yeah, yeah, exactly.
Michael comes up. No,
So-
Daddy, I ripped out my page.
when I came out here when I was 11, I went in there and he saw me and he got kind of upset at it. He was like, "Don't play with that one without permission," basically. And my mom came in and she was like, "Well, let him read it for an afternoon, and if it's still in good condition, then he can keep reading it." And it was the first book that they
So, yeah, let's
basically
put
said.
the fate of my book
Yeah.
that cost hundreds of dollars
Right.
in this little guy's hands.
Well, it's only
Thanks,
for an afternoon.
wife.
It's only for an
And
afternoon.
so I took super care of it for the afternoon and everything, and that was the first like special bound edition book that I ever got to read, and it just has a special place in my heart because it introduced me to the Lord of the Rings series and everything, and it's all obviously a great,
Quite a special book to have.
yeah,
The
exactly.
Hobbit is already...
Foundation of that.
Yeah.
And it is in and of itself a great, well written
Yeah,
book.
The
you
Hobbit
know,
in
so-
itself is a great book to be.
You saying that
be
just 'cause
one
I
of
don't know
your
how you
to
feel,
be your
Michael?
favorites. It's
Yeah.
in and of itself a great book to be your favorite.
Yeah.
The fact they have a good story with it, that's cool too.
Yeah.
They also want to know what's your favorite movie. Go.
Favorite movie?
Matt Hresh says Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Do I want to be serious?
It's a good movie, but worthy of
Yeah.
your favorite movie. I don't
mean,
know.
The first one's
Let's wait to hear your story before we
That's fair.
freaking rip on you.
That's fair. Yeah.
Wait, doesn't he
Star
just
Wars
like-
episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Makes me cry. Still makes me cry every time.
Doesn't the kid from Willy Wonka like leave his poor family at the end?
No.
No, they all get.
No,
to
he goes.
They
yeah.
all get to come.
Yeah.
I
He
thought-
I
says
thought the
he
decision was you can
offers.
stay.
No,
or...
the issue is you never finished the movie, so you don't know what happened.
I feel like you do this on some other things, like Last of Us or something, and like.
guys, like I get the gist of it, and then I just
books,
clock
though,
out.
Doesn't he abandon his family?
No, they give him the. I believe, if I remember correctly,
thought
they
I
give him
read
the. They
option.
give him
I
the
read
option.
or saw somewhere that
He
did
says
eventually
he
abandon
says
his
you
family.
can come live with me, or you, and then he basically says no. If my family can't come, then I want to be with my family, and then he ends up letting the
Say,
whole
"Oh,
family.
no, they can all
yeah,
come."
he ends up letting the whole family
Okay, maybe
come.
I just like thought he was just a huge douche for.
I could
saying
be
you couldn't
wrong,
bring
but that's
your
what I
family.
thought it
That's
was.
what I remember.
Yeah, that's what I remember as
Maybe
well.
you guys
so.
have like the goody two shoes version of the book where it's all happy for the kids.
Maybe we just finished it. I don't know.
It could be that too.
Favorite movie? Go.
Oh, favorite movie.
So are we talking like serial movies, or are we talking like serious? I said serial to be funny, but are we talking about serious movies or like
Your favorite movie? Like
Yeah.
like
for
my
whatever-
favorite sit
Anything
down
that
on a
would-
Sunday and laugh my
Yeah,
ass
for
off
whatever
movie?
reason.
whatever
What is your
favorite movie,
what is your favorite
you know,
movie? Yeah.
Not TV show, movie.
He kicked Baxter. He just took him and he punted him off the bridge.
Oh,
That
that's
is
funny.
my most quotable movie of enjoyment, if I'm going to be honest.
So that's your favorite movie.
All right.
Anchorman.
Off the top of my head right now, yes, but I'm sure you guys are going to say things and I'm going to be like, wait, no.
Yeah,
Like,
that's actually I can.
I got
if-
okay.
if
I got mine.
Comedy's your jam. I
one of
can
my
see that
favorite
being your
ones.
because it's one of my favorite movies.
it's one of
all
my
time,
favorite
Too.
quotable comedy movies.
Well, that's the
I got
thing.
mine.
Says
I got mine.
your favorite movie, as in how do you not understand the rules of
Well,
this
that's
game?
that. Off the top of my head, it's my favorite movie. I could
Yeah, I know.
think of something in a second that I like better, but
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, you know
No,
what,
no, he
Robert?
meant like, why are you
60% of the time it
questioning
works
the
that-
rules of the game?
100% of the time.
so I like movies a lot and I've seen a lot. So
Chris, what's your favorite movie?
Trying to think. I just had it in my mind and then I listen to Robert go on a tangent about the fucking Anchorman. Michael, go ahead.
How do you not
Yeah,
get this?
I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit, and not really actually, but anyways,
So the rules aren't that easy.
I'm gonna give you my top 3 because I had a hard time
no,
figuring it out.
no. I had to do one.
These all-
You have to do one.
These are honorable mentions.
No.
The Ninja
Come on,
Turtles,
Luke.
Transformers 1.
So I'm gonna give you my top 4. So, no.
and Twilight.
It
because
is-
I mean that love
And
story.
these movies are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. So I love the Bejeebas out of 300. To me, like that's just
That was a good one.
oh my gosh. To me, that's just the epicness of it is fantastic.
has its
but,
own
but it's not my
reasons.
favorite. My favorite is a very close tie between Patch Adams and What Dreams May Come, both with Robin Williams. So yeah, it's because Patch Adams is just it's a heart wrencher, and the same thing with What Dreams May Come. For me, the reason I love What Dreams May Come, and Jill hates me for this one, but
Captain, my captain.
oh yeah, that's fair. But What Dreams May Come, I love because it's a story of a man who goes to hell to save his wife, but
Yeah.
ultimately does have a happy ending, but he decides to stay with her in hell. So, like, to me, that's great because most of your
she hates you because she wouldn't do that for you.
no, she hates me because she thinks it's convoluted and has too much of a happy ending, and I'm like, no, too much of a happy
They're in
ending would
hell.
be-
Yeah, because a happy
They're in
ending
hell.
is
Yeah.
ending up in hell.
Yeah, and she's like, that would never happen. I was like, obviously it wouldn't. It's make believe, but I love the symbolism. So because like I said, ultimately it does end up being a happy ending because he goes into hell to save her and ultimately realizes that he's not going to be able to save her, but says, "Fine, I love you so much that I'll stay in hell with you," and that is what brings her back. So because
So then he's still in hell and
no,
she's
no,
back?
they both come back.
Oh, I
now
was gonna be
because
like, that
they
sucks.
both. But he basically says because the rule that his guide gives him is that if he goes into hell to save her and he goes into her purgatory to save her, that he is going to eventually go mad with her madness as well.
Got it.
And he says if you stay in there too long, you'll go mad as well. And he leaves and he comes back and he basically says, "No, I love her too much. I have to stay." So
That's
he
a Robin Williams movie I have not seen.
yeah,
So
you
that's
should
one
see
I
it.
haven't
It's
seen.
a heart wrencher, man. It's really, but yeah, those are my ties. Patch Adams or What Dreams
Okay,
May
so
Come.
we
you
have
have
to
one
go.
more.
So
It's
well,
top
that's
3.
the thing is
I
now
did,
saying
300.
your top
300.
3.
Damn it.
I don't know if I can do top 3.
Oh,
right
did he
now.
alter it to
Yeah,
a top
he's like,
3?
"No,
Yeah, all right.
top
You got
three."
you got my top 3.
Do you have your top 3?
I do.
Go.
The first
I'm
one
way
being
more of a comedy
any,
dude, man.
Any
love comedy.
Like the movie that you can put on and I'll just be busting my ass the entire movie. Zombieland. Zombieland fucking crap.
Oh, Zombieland.
To
I
no
like.
extent.
Cussing.
I liked
Is it that
Zo-
difficult?
It was a good movie, but like I can't see myself busting up every time I see it.
Dude, I just love watching
Okay,
Bill Murray get
I guess
mad.
I could see what you're saying, but yeah.
It
Like the
kills
whole
me.
thing about Twinkies.
This
No.
is-
Dude.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh,
I've
are you
never
kidding me?
been a Twinkie
I'm not
guy.
gonna say
Doesn't
what he
matter.
says,
You don't
but the line when he opens up the thing and then he's like,
yeah.
and then shoves it like, oh my dude, I was dying when that
That was
happened.
funny.
But the part that killed me was when they shot Bill Murray.
Oh, oh man, he's so funny. Even in death, he's so. Oh, I'm sorry. I should be serious.
The last one says Adventure starring Clark Gable and Greer Garson. Newer movie would be Les
That was a
Miserables,
good movie.
Good movie.
starring Hugh Jackman. Excellent movie in of itself, but also due to the memory of us all seeing it together on Christmas.
I'm like thinking of
I
like
still have
older
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman and
movies.
What are your 2 other movies?
The second being The Greatest Showman.
Oh, I've heard that one was good.
And
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but
I know this is all subjective, but what?
I like musicals, bro.
It was
Dead
a good
Poets
movie, but it's not.
Society. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
Dead Poet,
you.
yeah, Dead Poet
I
Society.
was
Yeah.
like Captain, my captain. I'm like
What is the name of that? Yeah.
Poet
And,
Society.
yeah.
And
There
the
it
third
is.
one being Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I love the Marvel movies, but I can't sit here in good health and tell you that any of them are in my top 3 because I love them.
No.
I'll
They're
watch
all
them
they're
whenever
all
they're
very
on.
enjoyable. Yeah. I
Like,
feel you.
I
I feel you.
can't tell you how many times I've seen the first Iron Man, but
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
I've
in
seen
my
them
top
all a
3.
bunch of times. Yeah.
I've always liked Doctor Strange because it was magic and it was, defending the
I love
astral
Doctor- yeah.
plane.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was
dig it.
excited when they were gonna make that movie, and also
And they did.
Not a bad reason
Yeah.
for liking it. Yeah.
They did his character justice. So
Yeah, for sure. I feel
What
you.
about Little Shop of Horrors?
was that one of your top 3?
I don't know. It's a good old movie that's like niche.
It's a good
Probably
movie.
wouldn't be one of my top 3, but it's a good niche movie.
Well, that's the thing. Laugh the Greatest Showman. He said it's not even the top
You know
30
what?
musicals. It's true,
If
but
I'm gonna-
but we can say it's better than Cats.
If I'm gonna sit, if I'm gonna sit on my comedies train, and I'm just gonna say my top 3 comedies. Let's do Anchorman, Let's
Anchorman
do
2.
Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
And I like Hot
yeah.
Rod.
You
Oh, Hot Rod, yeah.
Where do you get
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Why am I saying
what?
What am I gonna build ramps for now?
You don't like to party. I like to party. No, none of you like to party.
Pretty
Only
sure
I
I'm
like.
No, Kevin, you do not party.
Been drinking green tea all day, baby. Woo!
Ron's the party guy.
devil's out of me.
Can I just say though, like once you've seen one of his movies or shows, you've seen all of them basically.
But Hot Rod's the best.
Oh man.
Andy
Sandberg?
Sandberg, yeah.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't get behind you, man.
You're
I
wrong.
can't get behind you.
Well, that's things the Silver Linings Playbook, The Untouchables,
That's a great movie.
and Dark Knight.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, those are all. Those are all great
those are your
movies.
top three. Like,
Wasn't that
like,
on Netflix
no, hold on, hold on.
again? Oh man.
Those are like for sure your top three. Joseph, that's what you're saying. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Silver Linings Playbook was a great movie.
Because I thought he was mentioning other movies on here, so I want to make sure this is his solidified list.
Yeah, I got you.
Solidified top 3.
Okay.
Did he laminate it? Is it on card? Is it laminated? Is it real?
It looks like he
Laminated?
did laminate. Yes, I can see that.
It is laminated. Oh.
Last
He said
note
yes.
said Gone with the Wind was amazing on the big screen, especially with that blessing. I was wondering why that wasn't your number one.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
Gone with the Wind should be your
So-
number one. Okay.
good movie. My grandma would make me watch it every time I came over on VHS, and I swear to God, that's like 6 VHS tapes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
As a
for sure.
child-
VHS
as a
too.
child, I have a
Yep.
black hate for that movie. But as an adult, I can register that it was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 6 VHS
All right.
tapes in, and I lost my cool.
I gotta throw West Side Story in on mine. I remember seeing that for the first time in junior high, dude, and oh man, that got me hard.
good. Les Mis is probably my favorite.
Sure, I feel you.
musical of all time, but
I do like.
the musicals aren't going to make my top movies of all
Yeah,
time.
I do like Moulin Rouge more than I like West Side Story, but West Side Story has a special place in my
I
heart
think
for,
The
for
Lion
nostalgia
King Live was
purposes.
a pretty good musical.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
just me.
Right.
6 pound 9 ounces.
In your golden diaper. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to say Talladega
For-
Nights or Step Brothers.
Oh,
'Cause you
Step
can only have three.
Brothers.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
no. I take out Happy Gilmore to replace with Step Brothers.
Okay, all right.
The new movie.
It's a tough choice, man. Do I take out Hot Rod?
No.
No.
You just don't take out any. Step Brothers is amazing, but all three of those are better.
But do I just?
the new movie.
I don't know, man.
know.
I don't- that's
I'm
a
more.
tough
I'm more of a.
choice.
I'm more of a Step Brothers than
I'm more
Happy
of a Step
Gilmore
Brothers
guy.
too. Like,
Yeah,
wait, what
I-
was my favorite? Oh, I can't take it out. Okay, Anchorman is better than Step Brothers.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, so is Happy
Happy-
Gilmore, and so is Hot Rod.
Happy Gilmore was funny, but I've never been that type of
Oh my
but,
God.
type
but
of one.
Step
so.
Brothers, man.
Robert.
Like,
Robert, it's okay. You
even
can
if there's
do
a
it.
fire, even
All
if
right.
there's a fire.
Did you give your top three?
Nope, because everybody keeps going, so I'm just letting everybody go.
All I know is
so
the top- isn't on till
what's
4.
your top three?
it took me a while. I knew right off the bat what my number one is. Okay.
No. Talladega Nights was not better than Step Brothers. You reversed
Yes, it
that.
was. It was
Talladega
way
Nights
better.
was good and almost as good as Step Brothers. However,
Talladega
Shake
Nights
and
was
Bake is
better
really
than-
funny.
really loud. I'm not
Talladega
gonna do
Nights is
that.
better.
No, Boats
Yes.
and Hose. I'm sorry, that takes the cake.
Language.
See,
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
That's a
this is the
perfect
Effin'
tip.
Catalina wine
Yeah.
mixer.
What you got?
My number one, and it's always my number one, and I
Click.
what so when I said when I said favorite movie, I already had an answer for my number one. When you said top three, that's harder. Number
All right, so
one
let's
for
give your
me
first one then.
is
Okay,
Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah. I
Should've
should have
known
seen.
he
I
was
should have
gonna
seen
go
that.
there.
Yeah, we should have seen that
known,
coming.
like, he's-
Yeah.
That's just that movie for me was Star Wars.
I'll stand behind
Like,
Phantom Menace.
that's when
I think Jar Jar Binks is the best character to make it into the Star Wars franchise. To
yeah.
be honest,
I'm just saying he should have
Was episode 2.
he should have got a Best Actor award. I'm just saying.
so for me it just is because for me that is Star Wars. For me, Luke Skywalker is my favorite
It's
character,
Star Wars.
and
It's
that's
like-
when he came into his own.
Yeah,
everybody
yeah, for
everybody
sure.
likes The Empire Strikes Back as their favorite. To me, it's always going to be Return of the Jedi because that's when he comes into his own.
when he becomes a Banff,
He
you know?
convinces his dad to actually care for him and put his care for his son over this because he obviously before this was just he didn't care if Luke died.
I mean, yeah.
To as long as the
And that one
his
had
power
that one had the
retained.
smaller Death Star. So I mean, that's cool.
But I mean, it was like there was so many cinematically cool things about it from when he's
Yes, the second Death Star was bigger than the first. It just wasn't completed.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
So I guess mass-wise,
Sorry,
maybe
yeah.
it was-
So
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
but it was just for me it was cool. He shows up in the
Oh,
black.
A New Hope is what I got the names confused in my head. It's the New Hope is the one I was.
Well,
thinking
that's the
of,
thing.
not-
There's only
Return
since
of
there's
the
only
Jedi.
one return. It ain't of the king. It's of the Jedi.
It ain't of the back either.
So stupid.
So for me, that's my number one, and I've actually answered the question
Okay,
multiple
what about
times.
the
So
3? If you come back and you say A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back as your other 2, I'm gonna be pissed and walk the hell out of here.
well, that's what's gonna get you to leave.
Say it.
I actually, it's a
You
really
already know that today has not been my day with Star Wars knowledge. Well,
Yes.
that's a thing. Okay, cut me some slack. God, Jesus,
Young lady in training.
giving her all she's got and it's not enough.
But there are 3 whole other levers here.
okay.
Could have been
What
giving
you
you
got?
more the whole
So
time.
my
Captain.
issue is I'm trying to see if I can slide one from 4th into 3rd. Okay, but definitely, and there's no
Come on,
order for the 2 and 3.
come on.
Princess Bride.
Oh, another one I should have seen coming. Yep.
I feel like he's told me all these before, and I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you just know my name is literally the Dread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
What's the next one gonna be? What? Monty Python, The Hunt for the Holy Grail.
50 Shades Darker.
The Hunt for the Holy
You
Grail.
know what I meant. Shut up. I'm having a long day today.
Sean Connery in that one.
Red October. Fine. Fine. You know what I meant. Suck it up and answer the question.
Yes.
Yes, we're the knights. We're the knights who say nay.
Why is that not a thing? Come on, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
So that's that one, and then
Sorry, it's the search. Right? Is it the?
it's just Monty Python's Holy Grail.
There's no search.
No, it's Monty Python and the Holy.
Where am I getting
Why
this?
Python
It's
and the
Monty
Holy Grail?
Python and the Holy Grail.
How am I getting
don't
the
know.
verb from? There's a verb in there and I'm missing
I
it.
thought it was-
Nope.
Those damn.
I think
90s
it's. I'm
commercials.
pretty sure it's just Monty Python and the Holy
It's what you
Grail.
do.
My-
It's the quest.
well, that's the
It's
thing.
the quest.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Are you sure?
Pop that phone out. Get that Google
God, I
out,
don't know
baby.
anymore.
Yeah, you bring that up and you're gonna be wrong. Well, that's the thing. Says Rob, I effing hate you.
Whatever. He always hates me. He's hated me since the day he met me. But you
so-
love that you hate me and suck it up.
So those two, and then the
Wasn't ever
third, it's a really hard one. And the reason it's a really hard one because I thought I had it until Joseph said A Dark Knight because
Hurry up.
I'm fighting between the two.
Come on. Are they both Batman
So I'm gonna
movies?
have no.
Are they
I'm gonna,
both
I'm gonna
Batman
have
movies?
I'm gonna have 3A and 3B. I'm bending the rules now.
No, you. He's gonna give you all sorts of smack, and then he's gonna.
Are you seriously deciding between 2 Batman movies?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
I was gonna be like, is this where we are right now?
Yeah,
Like
no,
this-
no. 3A and 3B.
I think he's hanging his head in shame because he knows we're
No,
right.
it's the first Matrix
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh,
and A Dark
God.
Knight.
Yeah.
Those are my 3A, 3B.
Yeah,
To be
first
honest,
Matrix was
though,
amazing.
If
Yep.
the Matrix is on TV, I'm gonna sit down and watch.
Oh yeah, of course.
No
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
yeah,
gonna
for sure.
watch.
And that's what my movies are based on. My movies are like the ones that I go to that they will always have a special place in my heart. They're not Oscar, okay, Dark Knight's Oscar worthy because an Oscar is won, but they're not going to be movies that are like of that Oscar super high quality, and I get that, but to me they mean something to me and always meant something to me since
Yeah.
the first time I watched it, and if they're on, I will watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas
for
I
sure.
know there are movies that are better. There are Oscar-winning movies that are better. They have been mentioned.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
I love those. They're just not considered my favorite. I just recognize how amazing they are, and I will also watch those. But I don't yearn to watch them when I'm homesick.
yeah.
and
That's why I
in
put
bed.
300 on there because
Yeah.
300's like that. I'm just gonna go to it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it. I'm gonna have a great time with it. I'm gonna have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's an easy go-to.
All right.
make
So
me
what?
believe
That's the
my
thing.
own life.
Says top 3 comedies go. I don't want to keep going anymore
because
because
it's too
yeah.
long. We've been live
It's
for
gonna-
2 hours and
it's too-
45 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet
So
lord!
we gotta go.
Can I do a final question? Favorite TV show?
Oh, that's a good one though.
Friday Night Lights. No, I'm just kidding.
It's The Office, guys. I'm sorry, it's The Office. I've seen The Office
That's-
so many
yeah,
times.
that's a good
I
one.
can quote The
Yeah.
Office off the top of my head.
Favorite
gotta
TV
be The
show.
Office.
I mean, the best TV show of all time is MASH.
Okay, that's a good one.
But
Mine's
Is that how it goes?
Come on, that's mashed.
Yeah, he's right.
There you go.
They're both in there. If you don't know that, that's your own fault.
No, where you went at the end was off.
No, that was both
No,
mashed.
where you got to at the end was right, but how you started was wrong.
No, even when I started,
Okay.
that's in there.
I'm gonna go with the
Don't
fan
fucking
favorite.
Quote me on that. I know that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the fan favorite. Pokemon.
Oh!
Boom!
Not your favorite.
It was a TV
That's
show.
your favorite.
I
But
know.
there's no way
I
that's
know,
your
I
favorite
know,
of
yeah,
all
I know,
time.
I
That's
know,
dumb.
Yeah, I know.
No, Gene says spotless rendition. See, even he recognized you were off on it.
No, you know what? I don't care. You guys don't realize that was in the song, whether you like it or not. It was.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
It
I
is
know,
in the mash song.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this from a lot of people in this room. But for me, it's Star Trek Voyager.
See, I was going to say Star Trek Next Generation because Voyager sucks.
I knew I was gonna get. I knew I was gonna get hate for
Try
it.
to act like I know anything.
I knew I was gonna get hate for it, but that was a show I watched in my teenage
like
years
Star
growing
Wars
up.
and
So
Clone
yeah,
Wars.
that was
Just kidding. Not at all.
that was my show growing
All
up
right,
every
let's-
Sunday.
Let's finish this up. This has been
All right,
the
cool.
casual.
What's your favorite show?
What's your favorite
Chris?
show? Quick.
I like Sherlock.
Okay,
the
cool.
BBC
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. This has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number
Has
66.
it been though?
CS.
Yes. Yes. There you go.
Yes.
I'm Matt Rojas, a.k.a. The Dread Pirate. With me, not as always,
Michael Walquist, aka Siri Knight.
No jeans.
Love you, buddy.
and on the end,
Robert Link, also known as Rob Dog 1991.
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I was
Oh yeah.
Rob Dog,
1991.
1991. Oh, yeah.
It was like the sped up version.
Seriously.
Well, that's the thing. Says Voyager season 3 for 5 were fire.
All right, good job.
Series finale was fantastic. That's the best part of the Voyager was the season finale. Not just because it ended the series, but because
That was awesome.
because it was actually one of the best
It was.
to ever grace
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get past Janeway as a captain because
Yep, that's
I
fair.
didn't believe her.
We're not going into this 2 hour. We're not going into this 2 hour debate.
Anyway, you can follow us on Twitter at CMG_Gamecast. Everywhere else, that's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, everything you can think of.
Nice
Here on
face.
Twitch at Casual Misfits Gaming.
Chicka.
And thank you, Chris, for the
Wait.
production.
Wait, I can't.
I'm gonna
Thanks,
click
Chris.
outro. I got it.
You've got it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I got it.
He's got
Love
it.
you, buddy.